Hold on. We're going to do the national anthem tonight. So 2 days ago, Dale came to me in class and asked me if he could perform the national anthem tonight. So of course we said yes. So if everybody would stand and take your hats off, please. Also, tonight, we want to recognize our seniors of the 2023 volleyball season. Our first senior is Matea Daly. She is the daughter of Ryan and Randy Daly of Gilman. Matea has played volleyball for 5 years, and she plans on attending Ball State for a degree in radiology technology. Okay, our next senior is Lane Dishman. She is the daughter of Tabitha Robbins of Gilman and Kevin Dishman of Livingston. Lane has played volleyball 8 years. She has also been a starter for 4 years of high school. Some awards that Lane has received is she got all-district freshman team, all-district JV. She plans on going to Ball State or Tech to get her RN and work in labor and delivery. Our senior manager this year is Lane Kilgore. She is the daughter of Matthew and Phyllis Kilgore of Richmond. She has been a manager for 4 years and she plans on attending Tennessee Tech for a degree in secondary education. Our next senior is Sydney Moffitt. She is the daughter of Julianne Moffitt and the late Sean Moffitt of Livingston. Sydney has played volleyball for 8 years and has started all 4 years of high school. She received Freshman of the Year, All-District regular season for 3 years, and All-Tournament for the last 2 years. She wants to attend the University of Chattanooga to become a physical therapist. Hallie Mosley. She is the daughter of Steve and Lori Mosley of Richmond. She also has played volleyball for 6 years. She wants to attend Tennessee Tech to become a nurse practitioner. Our last senior is Kelly Webb. She's the daughter of Barry and Mary Leah Webb of Monroe. Kelly has also played volleyball for 8 years. She has been a starter for Livingston Academy for 3. She has been Freshman of the Year, co-MVP, All-District Tournament. She also plans on attending Ball State for a business degree. I just want to say one thing real quick before we give them their gifts. I have been so blessed to be a part of these girls' lives for the last 4 years. They are great kids. I don't know what our record is this year. I know that's terrible. But they have been involved in 3 sub-state games. Hopefully this year we make it to the 4th. But they work hard. They're such good kids. They've been good leaders to my younger kids this year. They have been a true blessing, parents. Y'all have done an amazing job. So thank you. Tonight, we want to give the girls of the and also the mothers and the fathers. And we just want to say again, thank you for everything you've done for our program this year. Thank you all.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Livingston Academy for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy, the Lady Panthers of StoneMemoral, as these two teams get ready to play in the JV matchup here first tonight as they celebrate senior night on this 2020 season, as they recognize the Lady Wildcat seniors just a few moments ago, as you saw there. Going over to events. Happy to have you with us for this JV game. We'll have the varsity game coming up after this one's wrapped up, and that's a huge game tonight. The winner of that one moves into first place in the district race, so that's a big game coming up later on as these two teams battle for first place in the district. StoneMemoral beat Livingston Academy up in Crossville, the only meeting between these two, but Upperman upset Stone last week, so they have suffered 2 losses now of Stone. The Lady Wildcats, if they can win tonight, would be in first place by half a game. There's still Watertown to play in the district. Wouldn't move them into first place. Livingston Academy, coached by Christy Jenkins. They're going to start Calla Pierce, also Tatum Pendergrass, Zoe Anderson, Bella Burns, Adriana Romines, and Maddie Hall for the Lady Wildcats, as they're wearing the white on the left of your screen. First serve by Hall, going to be played by StoneMemoral. They'll set it on the outside, tapping The back row where Burns is there. Romines with the pass now to Anderson. Free ball here for Stone as we'll get those starters here in just a moment. They started a little quicker than we thought they would. Hall with the pass over to Anderson. Bump set to Romine. She'll push it back row where there is for Stone. Riley Nard. Burns, that one's on the Stone side of the net. That here is Howard. Dug back row by Burns. Anderson will save it. Be tapped across by Pierce. Played in the back row by Stone. They'll set outside, swinging away this time, and in is going to be Adriana Mann for the Lady Panthers. For Coach Brooklyn Buck, the coach of the JV team from Stone Memorial. They'll go with number 7, Sadie Howard. For 8, Adriana Mann. For 26, Barbara Whitson. Number 14, Riley Nard. Number 23, Marley Bowers. Is that one just over the net? The point for Stone off the serve of Sadie Howard. And the libero is number 19, Madison Lefevre for the Lady Panthers. Serving is Sadie Howard for Stone. Back row, this one played by Hall into the net. Pendergrass can't make the save out of the net. The point going to go to Stone. Howard to serve once again. Buck didn't write them down in numerical order, so it'd be a little harder to figure out who everybody is as this goes along. Pierce with the pass to Romine. She'll set Anderson outside. She'll push it across to Nard. Outside they set Mann. This one blocked at the net, but down on the Livingston side for the point for Stone Memorial. The Lady Panthers jump out to a 4-0 lead early here in set 1 of this JV game. Best 2 out of 3. This one, that one goes right in the net. Serve of Howard for the first point of the night for Livingston Academy, and Adriana Romines serve now for the Lady Wildcats. Adriana will step out to serve. Just over the net, diving effort by Stone. That's a good play there, but they can't get it across. Great effort there by Adriana Mann, diving after that one. But nobody able to get to the second pass. It was kind of just floating there. Nobody took charge, and it'll drop for a point on the serve of Romines. Adriana serve once again. Tries to go line, but misses wide to this near side that time as Stone's going to bring first sub of the game in. Riley Sims going to check in. She'll come in replacing Marley Bowers. The Lady Panthers, they're dressed in the white as well. The black numbers, the gold trim. Pierce. Romines. Romines going to set Anderson swinging away over the top of the block. The one-handed dig there by LaFay. Outside, they'll set the new player on the floor. That's Doug by Romines, tapped over by Pierce. Great play by Livingston. Shoot across by Stone, but played back across by Romines. Diving effort here by LaFay. Again, they'll tap across. Pierce is there. Romines going to tried to set Anderson, but didn't get there, and the point going to go to Stone Memorial. Great effort there. First dig by Adriana Romines, but Stone able to get the point, and they'll move in front 6-2. Hall with the pass now to Romine. She'll set Anderson, taps over the block. Sims is there. They'll set in the middle to Whitson. Dug by Hall. Romine's outside. That's off the block of of Whitson by Zoe Anderson for the kill for the Lady Wildcats. Livingston gets the point there as Lady Wildcats get Kate Ford in the ballgame for the first time to play the front row for the libero Pierce. Pendergrass, serve played by LaFay. Howard set outside, tapped over, but Romines is there. Ford sets Burns. She'll tap across. Dug there by Stone. Playing it across on a free ball for Livingston is LaFay. Hall sets Burns outside. Dug in the back row by Brianna Looper, who's checked in. Pendergrass with the dig in the back row. Ford, will that get across? It will not. Ford trying to tap that one across. Never went over the net. The point going to go Stone Memorial. They move in front 7-3, and stepping out to serve is Barbara Whitson. Whitson to serve for the Lady Panthers. That one into the net. Point for Livingston. Back in is LaFay. Sitting down is Whitson. Anderson stepping out to serve for Livingston. Anderson. Back row, LaFay. To Howard. Outside they'll set Sims, who hits it into the net. Riley Sims with the hit into the net for the point for Livingston to cut the lead down to 2. Now it's 7-5. Anderson serve once again. Lady Wildcats. Played by LaFay. Howard. That's Sims. She'll tap across. Anderson's there in the back row. Romines. That sets on the Stone side. No drop for a point for Livingston. I think Adriana meant to do that, but it worked out as that one just sneaking across the net. The point. The Lady Wildcats to cut the lead down to 1 at 7-6. Anderson. Ace there as LaFay can't get to it. And the point going to go to Livingston Academy to tie it up at 7 apiece. Anderson just dropping that one right in front of the back row for the point for the Lady Wildcats. Back row LaFay. Tough pass tapped over though, but Pierce is there. Romine sets Hall. She'll tap over the block. Dug in the back row by Looper. They'll set Sims outside, and she'll hit it wide. Riley Sims, too much on that one to hit it out of bounds, and Livingston's going to move in front by 1 at 8-7 now. Over the Lady Panthers. Anderson. Serve again. To extend this 1-point lead. Go back row to LaFay. Howard. Upset Sims. Tapped up by Ford, but Burns can't get to it. Kate Ford able to get one hand on it, but couldn't tap it far enough for Burns to get to it. The point going to go to Stone, and the serve going to go to Briley Nord. Nord hit that one in the net, though. Service error on Stone. Give it right back to Livingston. Them back in front by 1 at 9-8. As Stone going to get Brooke Wilson the ball game. Come in replacing Briley Nord. Ella Burns serve the Lady Wildcats. High arcing serve played by Wilson. Howard tries to push it across on the second contact, but hits it into the net. The point going to go to Livingston Academy. Give them the 2-point advantage at 10-8. Burns serve once again against senior night here tonight. Lady Wildcats volleyball team. They'll squaring off against the Stone varsity in just a little bit. This one tapped over, but Hall is there. Don't mind. Pierce in the back row. LaFay going to dig her, and what have we got? A net on StoneMemoral. The net there with not really any play going on. They'll call the net on the Lady Panthers. Coach Buck not agreeing with that, but the official right there. Not a lot of times they have the 2 officials JV game, but he was there to call that one. Back row LaFay. Howard going to set Sims, swinging away. That's blocked by Ford, but dug in the back row by Wilson. Now tapped up Ford with the kill attempt. It's dug, tapped over and down by Sims. Good dig there by Stone on that attempt by Ford, as that is Zaylee Reagan, the dig for the Lady Panthers. Will be Stone stepping out to serve. Back row, Pierce. Ford taps it across. Howard is there. LaFay. Outside they'll go to man. That's off Pierce in the back row and out of bounds for a point for Stone. Stepping out to serve once again for Lady Panthers. 13, Riley Sims serving. That one played by Anderson. Romine's diving to save it. Pierce will tap it across. Reagan to Howard. Right back to Reagan. Dug by Pierce. Romine to Hall. Dug back row by LaFay. They'll set outside to Man. Man having to hit that one over the net as it never really got on top of the net. And Man just had to try to lift that one to the back row, and it went long. At the point going to go, Livingston Academy is Stone going to get Harley Bowers back in, replacing Riley Sims. Pierce. Tough serve. Ace by Calla Pierce. Just dropped it right in front of the middle back row of StoneMemoral. Nobody got to that one at all, and Pierce, the ace now for the Lady Wildcats, to move them in front by 3 again, 13-10. Played by Wilson. Tapped up by Bowers. Free ball by Man to Pierce. Romines. That one's on top of the net again. This one tapped up by Hall, but tapped out of bounds. Able to get to that one that time was Zaylee Reagan to tap it down for the point. Stone, and now it'll be the Lady Panthers serve. Is stepping out to serve will be Madison LaFay. LaFay to serve Lady Panthers. Dug back row by Burns, played back row by Burns. If they can't handle it, the point going to go to Stone. LaFay to serve. A 13-12 Stone lead. LaFay. Back row Pierce with the dig. Romine sets Hall. Hall off the block. Saved up by Howard, but they can't get it across. Went off the block of Barbara Whitson. Then Howard tried to play it across with one hand. Couldn't do so. The point will go to Livingston. They'll move in front by 2 now, 14-12. Hall in the back row, LaFay. Howard. That's man outside. Pierce will dig her. Romines. To Anderson to tap it across to LaFay. Howard with the left hand. Anderson will save it, but Romines can't get there. Blocked by Anderson, then trying to tap it up. Unable to get to it was Romines, and the point going to go to Stone as they'll get back onto the floor. Riley Nard in a 14-13 Livingston lead in set 1, the best 2 out of 3 between these two JV teams. Howard just across the net and down for an ace for Sadie Howard. Might not have meant to do that, but she dropped it in perfectly right in the middle of the floor. Tie the score at 14 apiece. Howard serving once again. Back row to Pierce. Romines close to the net. She'll take it across in 2. Howard taps it up. Now it'll be Mann hitting into the net. That pass there from Whitson, again, didn't get very high above the net, and Mann just taps it into the net. Livingston moves back in front by 1, 15-14. Romines. Back row to Whitson. Played across by Nord. Dug there by Romines. Tapped up by Whitson. Howard will push it across, but Anderson's there. Romines going to set Anderson. Free ball here. Off the block of Whitson. Howard will set outside Mann, and Mann will hit it down with the kill for Adriana Mann and Livingston Academy. These Stone tie it back up at 15 with that kill there by Mann, and she'll step out to serve. Man, tough serve. Saved by Pierce, taken across, then played right back across by Stone. Romines off the pass from Pendergrass, and Anderson can't make contact with that one, and the point going to give it to, or the point going to go to Stone as they'll move in front now by 1, 16-15 to go. StoneMemoral. Man, they move in front 7. That one going to be dug by Hall, but she can't play it for the Lady Wildcats as Mann serving again. Pierce is there. The Romines. Outside Anderson. Anderson hits it long, though, over the end line. Another point goes to Stone off the serve of Adriana Mann. Adriana Romines. Now Pierce. Back to Romines. She'll push it across. There to play is going to be Stone. Howard going to set Whitson. Whitson going to hit it down on the kill for Barbara Whitson. Whitson with the kill over the Lady Panthers, and they've taken a 4-point advantage now, 19-15. And this time, though, with the service error, hit into the net, and the point going to go to Livingston. Serve going to go to Livingston. Kate Ford going to come back in, replacing Gallup Pierce. Stone getting number 2. Brianna Looper back in. Pendergrass played by LaFay. Howard going to set Nard. She'll tap it over to Romines. Ford. Now to Burns to tap it across. LaFay to Howard. Howard outside Sims. She's dug back row by Hall. That one hits a light, and Romines can't get to it. Right off that light, and then it just kicked away from Adriana Romines, and the point going to go to the Lady Panthers. Is stepping out to serve will be Barbara Whitson. 20-16, Stone in front here in set 1. Best 2 out of 3. We'll drop serve here. Pierce with the pass to Ford. He'll play it across in 2. Looper. Howard outside Sims swinging away. Was it in? It was out. Was it touched? It was touched. But the point for StoneMemoral. Touch on that dig attempt by the Lady Wildcats. Will go to Stone as they'll take a 5-point lead now, 21-16. Whitson having to go all the way to the other end of the floor to get that one to serve again. For Lady Panther. Whitson back row to Pierce. Romine pass now to Hall to take it across. Free ball here for Nord. Howard. That's Whitson. Dug in the back row by Hall. Omine's going to set Anderson close to the net. That's off the block. Dug there by Nard. Set Sims outside. She'll tap it back row to Pierce. Omine's going to set Hall in the back row. Tapped over, but Looper is there. Howard outside Sims. This one hit in the net by Briley Sims for the point for Livingston. Good one between these two JV teams. 17. Here in set one. Anderson stepping out to serve. Lady Wildcat. Tough serve. Played by Looper. Tapped across by Howard. And the net call going to be called on Livingston. Net on the Lady Wildcats. Give the point to Stone and give the serve to Stone. As Briley Nard will step out to serve. Nard there for Stone. Back row to Pierce on a pretty good pass off a diving effort. Omines to Burns. Burns has it played there by Sims. Now Howard trying to pass back to the middle of the floor. Hit that one in the wrong direction. They can't play it. Livingston get a stop and get the point and the serve back for Bella Burns. Burns served here. Got into this 4-point Stone lead. LaFay. Howard outside Sims. That one's off the shoulder of Burns and down for a point for Stone to move them within 2 points of set one. Setting up the serve is Riley Sims. Get the win in the set one. And coming back in, replacing Looper. Tough serve here. Pierce will get to it though. Hall trying to make the pass to Romines, but Romines had gone after that loose ball and nobody could get to that second pass, and that sets up set point here for Stone Memorial. Sims can't serve it out here. Anderson right on top of the net, and winning that battle there is going to be Zaylee Reagan, and Stone's going to win set one, 25-18 to take a 1-0 lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back to Livingston Academy right after this.
Hello friends, Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase,
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
We move now to set two with Stone Memorial winning set one by a final score of 25-18. So the Lady Wildcats JV will need to win this one to force a deciding set three. As both teams back out there, the officials ready to get this one started. As stepping out to serve for Stone, or will be Stone. They'll just drop that one right over the top of the net and down for the point for the Lady Panthers, and have a 16 on the roster that we were given from Stone. Guys, for that, we don't have a name for that one. This one played by Hall. Now to Romines. Going back to Hall. That off the block, it was. Pendergrass will play it to Romines. Now Hall will tap across. Laying it up is Reagan. Reagan will tap it across. Hall is there to get the dig. Pendergrass now to Anderson. The back row, they'll go to Wilson. Outside to, or inside to Whitson. Well, that's not 26, that's 20. Zaylee Reagan kill for the Lady Panthers. Get the point for Stone, hitting it on the back line. Give them a 2-0 lead. Is Stone to serve once again. Back row to Pierce. Top of the net, Romines will tap it over, and a net call going to go on Zaylee Reagan. Romines able to push that across with the one hand there to get the point. For the Lady Wildcats is Reagan called for being in the net, and now Maddie Hall to serve for Livingston Academy. Back row to Nord. That outside to 24, and have a 24 on the roster. Coach Buck gave us. I apologize. She wrote them down. Have a 35. So all we can do with that. Coach doesn't give us a name. You can't put it out there. Stone stepping out to serve. To Anderson. To Romines. Now Pendergrass will play it across. Dug by Stone. They'll set outside to Nard. Nard will tap it over, but a net call going to go on Livingston this time. The net on the Lady Wildcats going to give it back Stone with the point to the Lady Panthers to move them in front 4-1 in set 2. Set 1, 25-18. Stone again to serve. This 4-1 lead. That one goes right in the net. 95 out there. We don't 95 either. Romines. Back row to Nord. That one bounces back. Saved though by Stone. Taken across by Reagan. And it'll drop for a point for Stone, but they're going to get her for being in the net, I think. They'll give the point to Livingston Academy. Romines. Stone will take it across. Dug there by Pendergrass. Pierce now to Burns. Burns played in the back row by Stone. Tapped over by Reagan. One hand dig there by Anderson. Burns now to Pierce. Dug in the back row. Reagan will tap it up. All there in the back row. Romines going to set Anderson. Anderson will hit it down for the kill for the Lady Wildcats. And Zoe Anderson, the good kill there, puts Livingston into a 4-4 tie with StoneMemoral. Lady Wildcats to step out to serve here. Set 2. And a Romines serve for Livingston. Stone. That's Nard outside. Romines will pop that one up in the air, but nobody can get to it. Over on this near side, Romines, that was Burns there for Livingston. Zaylee Reagan serve now. The Lady Panthers. Taps it over. Romines is there. Pendergrass. That's Burns. She'll tap across. Stone. Set it outside to Nard, swinging away. One hand dig there by Pierce. Popped up by Hall. Pierce will tap it across to a good spot, but Stone with a good pass to Wilson. Tapped over by Nard. Now Pierce to Romines. Sets Anderson swinging away. Dug in the back row by Reagan. They'll set Nard outside. Nard dug by Pierce. Romines now to Anderson. Anderson dug in the back row by Wilson. Take it across in 2, but Pierce is there on a diving effort. Romines will tap it across. Push back row to Hall. Romines sets in the middle. Pendergrass, but that one didn't get across. Tatum catches the net cord on top of the net. The point going to go to Stone, and they're going to move in front now 6-4. Zaylee Reagan stepping out to serve once again. Back row to Pierce. Romines going to set Anderson swinging away. Dug back row by Wilson. Hard will play it across. In the back row, Romines. Pendergrass, that's right on top of the net. And hit down by Stone for the kill for the Lady Panthers. 18. on the roster. Reagan, serve. Back row to Pierce. Romines. That Anderson, far for her to hit, but she'll play it across to Reagan on a free ball. Stone hitting in the middle. Hall going to dig back row. Romines now to Pierce. Gallo will tap it across, but Wilson is there. Out in the net. And that's 4 hits. Nobody called it. Coach Jenkins didn't think the official was going to see it. I don't think the top official did see it. 4 hits on Stone. Going to give the point to Livingston. Give the serve to Tatum Pendergrass in a 7-5 Stone lead. Pendergrass played in the back row by the libero. Tapped over by Stone. Romines is there. To Ford. Anderson able to save it. Tap back row to Pendergrass. Romines. Back to Anderson. That's off the block, but saved by Stone. Good play by number 18 as that pass from Ford is going to be 4 contacts on Livingston. 4 hits on the Lady Wildcats will give the point to Stone Memorial as they'll move in front 8-5 here in the JV matchup. Varsity matchup coming up about 20 minutes after this one's wrapped up. Thrown over in events. Hall diving to get to that one. Burns trying to tap it across, but has it go off her fingertips and stays on the Livingston side, and the point will go to Stone. Brooke Wilson stepping out to serve Lady Panthers. And she misses wide. Point going to go Livingston Academy to make it 9-6. Stone here in the second game of the best 2 out of 3 this matchup between the 2 district foes. Anderson, back row Wilson. Play it in the middle. Free ball here for Anderson. Bump pass from Romines. Pierce will take it across the back row. Wilson is there. They'll set Nard outside. She taps over the block, but Pierce there diving after it. Romines to Burns. Wilson passes outside. Nard, free ball here for Hall. Romines going back to Hall, and they're going to call a catch on Adriana Romines. Double contact on Romines will give the point to Stone Memorial. Move them in front 10-6. Riley Nard stepping out to serve. Nard. It's that one in the top of the net. The point for Livingston Academy. Lead back to 3 at 10-7 now for the Lady Wildcats. As Burns stepping out to serve. Burns. Back row Wilson. Tapped up. Free ball here for Livingston. Pierce is there. Romines with the bump set to Hall. Over the top of the block and in for Maddie Hall. Hall with the kill for the Lady Wildcats, finding that open spot in the back row. The point will go to Livingston Academy. Burns trying to cut into this 2-point Stone lead at 10-8. They won set 1, 25-18. Bella has that one catch the top of the net. Stay on the Livingston side, so the service error going to give the point to Stone as they'll serve here. Laylee Reagan coming back in for Stone. Short serve here by the Lady Panthers. Doesn't get across. Service error going to give the point to Livingston as Pendergrass going to come in replacing Ford. Ella Pierce serve with Lady Wildcats. Pierce. Back row to Nard. They'll set Reagan in the middle, swinging away and down for Zaylee Reagan. Reagan with the kill for the Lady Panthers to move them in front again by 3 at 12-9. Stone to serve. Back row Pierce. Out of Romines. Romines to Pendergrass over the top of the block. Can they get to it? Wilson will dive after it, but can't make the save. And the point going to go to Livingston Academy. Effort there by Brooke Wilson. Couldn't get there, and the point will go to the Lady Wildcats, and Maddie Hall will serve in a 2-point Stone lead, 12-10. Hall, the back row. They'll set Reagan in the middle. Taps over the block and down. Good decision there by Zaylee Reagan. Dropping it over the top of the block and down for the point for Stone. As they'll move in front by 3 at 13-10. Lady Panthers serve. To Hall. Romines. Outside Anderson. To Wilson. That Nard. Nard swinging away and just misses long. Trying to catch that back line. Couldn't do so. And the point will go to Livingston Academy. 13-11. Stone leading here in set 2. Romines. Tough serve. Nard's there though. Try to go back to Reagan. Tapped down by Pendergrass, but Reagan with the save. Now Nard will tap across to Hall. Romines going to set Pierce just off the net. Reagan taps it up with one hand. Diving effort by Stone, and they'll play it across. Romines set Pendergrass in the middle. Pendergrass dug in the back row. Outside, Reagan taps over the block, and this time she'll find that open spot. Will Zaylee Reagan. The point going to go to Stone Memorial. The Lady Panthers will move in front again by 3, 14-11. As Reagan stepping out to serve. Tough serve, Romines. Pierce. Anderson taps a free ball over. Reagan is there. Free ball here for Livingston as Hall will play it to Romines. Outside Anderson. Anderson off the hands of Reagan. And the point to Livingston Academy on the kill by Zoe Anderson. Reagan might have helped them out there, possibly playing out of bounds ball. If it's that high, still going out, tall as she is in the back row, it's a good chance to carry out, but hard to stay away from those. Tatum Pendergrass to serve the Lady Wildcats. Stone will tap it across to Pendergrass. Romines, back row Hall. Hall dug in the back row. Wilson now with the pass. Played across by Stone. Grass. Romines bumps that to Anderson off the net, but hits it into the net. For the point for Stone Memorial. They move in front again by 3, 15-12. Here in set 2. And Brooke Wilson stepping out to serve. Pierce. Forward. Anderson. Tapped across, but Stone is there. They'll tap it over. All with the diving effort forward. Now to Anderson, who taps it across. Wilson to Nard, who hits it in the net. Point there for Livingston Academy. Takes it 15-13 here in set 2. As Anderson stepping out to serve the Lady Wildcats. Back row to Wilson. That Nard, free ball deep in the back row to Pierce. Romines set forward, taps over the block. Stone is there. Set in the middle on a good swing that time. Romines with a one-handed dig. Pierce back to Romines, who taps it across to Wilson. This one's going to be right at the top of the net. It's going to stay on the Stone side. For the point for Livingston Academy as the Lady Wildcats cut it down to 1 now at 15-14 here in set 2. Anderson trying to tie it up. Stone right on top of the net, tapped over, and Burns can't control that one. Point going to go to Stone as they'll get the serve back, will the Lady Panthers. Riley Nard stepping out to serve. Stone. Back row, Romines. All will get to that pass. The forward will tap it across. Nard. Set in the middle. Realign, tapped it over to Pierce. Romines sets Hall. Tapped up by Stone. Bump set to Wilson, hitting from the back row. Romines now to Pierce. To Burns, who will tap it across. Stone with the kill. Dug back row by Anderson. Romines to Hall. Tries to push in this back corner. Can't get the ball down on the floor. Stone going to tap it across. Romines is there to Ford. Ford sets Hall. Hall dug by Stone. Tapped over and down by the Lady Panthers. Quick reaction there by Stone's number 18 to get that one to go down for the point. The Lady Panthers move them back in front by 3 at 17-14. Hard stepping out to serve again. Back row, Romines had to change her hands on that one. Tapped over by Hall and down by Maddie Hall. Romines wanted to play that one overhand, had to go back to the bump pass as the ball kept dropping. Romines able to keep control, then Maddie Hall able to tap it right down the net to the open spot on this near side for the point for Livingston. Burns, short serve, played by Stone. They'll hit it over on 2. Romines now to Ford. Ford going to set Hall, who taps it across. Stone with the kill, dug back row by Pierce. Romines going back to Pierce. Pierce back row, Wilson. They'll set in the middle, Stone swinging away and down with the kill for the Lady Panthers. Stone with the kill to put them in front 19-14 here in set 2. Stone serve this one out here. 6 points play from the game. That service error just never had a chance. Point will go to Livingston. Cut it back to 4 at 19-15. Pendergrass checking back in, replacing Kate Ford. Calla Pierce serve for the Lady Wildcats. Back row, Nord. They'll set Reagan. Taps over the block, but Hall is there. Romine back to Hall. Tap it back row, Stone. Bump pass played over by Nord. The back row to Burns. Romine. That's Pierce. Nord. That pass right at the net. Tapped over by Stone, but Hall is there. Pendergrass plays it over with the bump pass. Nord. They'll set Reagan, who taps over the block, but Hall is there. Romine. The Pendergrass swinging away and down off the hands of a diving Wilson for the point for Livingston Academy. Makes it 19-16 here in set 2. The Lady Wildcats trying to tie this one up. At 1 set apiece, forced deciding set 3 as Hall goes back row to Nord. Stone sets outside. They'll swing away and down on the kill by the Lady Panthers. Stone with the kill. They'll move in front by 4 now at 20-16. Deep serve by Stone. Pierce to Romines. Now Pendergrass hits it in the net. Point going to go to Stone as they move in front now 21-16. We apologize, don't have the names to go with a lot of these numbers. Put out there for Stone. Back row Pierce to Romine. Anderson right at the net. She'll bump that one across to Stone. Reagan pass over to Nord. Plays it front row to Anderson. They'll set Pendergrass, and that will just miss long by Tatum Pendergrass for the point for Stone. 2-16 now, Stone in front. They try to close this one out here in set 2. Back row Burns. Pierce can't get there off that pass from Burns. Pops straight up in the air. Extends the lead to 7 at 23-16. Stone to serve again. Back row to Hall. Romines. Pendergrass, free ball here for Wilson. They'll set in the middle, Reagan. Reagan taps it down. Bailey Reagan. Not hitting the ball hard, but she's finding open spots on those little taps by Reagan, and that extends it to a 24-16 lead. They are 1 point away from the game here for Stone. That's right on top of the net. Stone almost didn't play it, though. They'll tap it to Pierce. Romine. Set Anderson. Anderson dug by Wilson. Reagan now will bump this one across. Free ball for Pierce. Romines. That's Anderson. Who'll tap it over and down by Zoe Anderson. Will power dink there by Anderson. Get the point for the Lady Wildcats and stave off the set point, the game point for Stone. Romines hits that one in the net, and they'll win it on that service error. They'll win set 2, 25-17. They won set 1, 25-18 to win the game against Livingston Academy. We'll take this break. We'll come back. We'll have the varsity game coming up in just about 20 minutes here on Overton Events.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase,
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Snow Shack Livingston Academy Volleyball here on this Thursday evening as the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats and the Lady Panthers of Stone Memorial ready to play with first place on the line in district play between these two. I guess they're District 6 AA. I'm not really sure what district they're in. I guess I need to look that up, but it is a matchup of a couple of 5-1 teams getting ready to play here tonight as Stone has the win over Livingston up at Stone, but Stone lost to Upperman. Lost to Upperman in the district, so they have lost one game just as Livingston has. And the winner of this one will come out of this game in first place in the district. Both teams still have Watertown left to play. That's the only team left for these two to have to face. Livingston Academy coached by Christy Jenkins. She is assisted by Christy Hammonds and Hannah Hammonds. The Lady Wildcats, as we said, 5-1 in the district in this 2023 volleyball season. Stone Memorial also 5-1. They're coached by Tori Perminer. She's assisted by Brooklyn Buck. For the Lady Panthers, for Livingston, they will go with J.C. Garrett, Allie Carwile, Sydney Moffitt, Kinley Webb, Hallie Mosley, and Bowie Jenkins for the Lady Wildcats to start here tonight. As Stone to serve, Kinsey Warren-Greavy serving. Set outside to Mosley, who taps across. Hallie back after a knee injuries kept her out a little while. Mosley diving after that one, can't get to it. It's a tap over by Stone to get them the first point of the night. That one by number 42, Haley McDonald. Stone starting tonight. Serving as the serve just across to Garrett in the back row. Webb with the bump set to Jenkins, swinging away, and that one just misses long for the point for Stone as Mackenzie Warren-Greavy serving for the Lady Panthers. That one just over the net to Mosley. Webb sets Moffitt hitting from the back row and down off the block of Lucy Groth. Stone going with number 1, Sophia Jones. Number 12, Courtney Hedrick. Number 3, Alyssa Houston. Also number 4, Amy Anderson. Number 5, Mackenzie Warren-Greavy. And Lucy Groth. They've given me too many starters as Webb hits this one deep to Alice Addison Bennett. Play now for Stone, and down with the kill is Lucy Groth for the Lady Panthers to get the kill and move them in front 3-1 here in set 1. That's 3 out of 5 in this varsity matchup. Tonight is stepping out to serve Haley McDonald. Lady Panthers. McDonald. Back row to Moffitt. Webb. Back set Copeland. Cora swinging away. Dug by McDonald. Played now by Stone. Tapping across will be the Lady Panthers. Webb now to Moffitt. Moffitt sets Copeland over the top of the block. Dug again in the back row by McDonald. But Warren-Greavy can't get to it. And the point going to go to Livingston Academy as Lainey Dishman and Matea Daly going to check in for the Lady Wildcats. Hallie Carwile and Hallie Mosley going to sit down as Matea will step out to serve for Livingston. Daly to serve in this matchup. Matea, back row, where the pass going to be saved, tapped over by Anderson. Moffitt, bump set to Dishman, swinging away, dug by Bennett. John's going to set outside, and pounding that one off the block is going to be Amy Anderson for the kill for Stone Memorial. A good job hitting there, as sitting down will be Addison Bennett. Coming in to replace her will be number 12, Courtney Hedrick. Coming on the floor now, stepping out to serve will be number 3, Alyssa Houston for Stone Memorial. Houston serve. The 4-2 Stone lead. Back row, Webb. Moffitt. That's outside to Copeland. That's off the block of Amy Anderson. Fair for one, fair for the other. Cora Copeland pounding that one off the block of Anderson, just like Anderson did off the block of Copeland a few minutes ago. And Livingston gets the point and gets the serve for Chloe Jenkins. Good crowd out this evening for this matchup. Everyone knows first place on the line as Jenkins drops that one. Great play there by Stone, though, to keep it alive. Tapped over by Dishman. Johns to set Anderson, and Anderson catches the line for the point for Stone Memorial. That's a good cut right there by Amy Anderson. Just painting that line on this near side for the point for the Lady Panthers. As Copeland had set the block up to block in the middle of the floor. Anderson cutting away from that. Drop it in for the point for Stone. John serving, played by Moffitt. The Webb, back set Dishman. Dishman misses long on that kill attempt. Laney trying to catch the line, couldn't do so, and the point will go to Stone Memorial. Sophia Johns serve once again. Johns, back row Daly. That one taken across but out of bounds by Livingston. The point going to go to Stone Memorial to move them in front 7-3. Johns to serve once again. Back row Webb. Moffitt will play that errant pass to Dishman. Dishman dug in the back row by Sloan. John sets Anderson, and Anderson hits it long. Good decision there by Matea Daly, kind of like we talked about in the JV game earlier. If you're that tall and it's shoulder high and not dropping, it's going to most likely carry out of bounds. Daly, the veteran senior, able to recognize that, let it sail on out of bounds. And J.C. Garrett to serve now for Livingston. To Sloan. Johns going to set Hedrick swinging away. She's dug by Moffitt. Webb sets Dishman. Laney with a chance. Good dig there by Anderson, though. No, that's not Anderson. We'll find out who that is as Garrett will save this one to Webb. That's right on top of the net. Hughes will tap it, but Stone will play it up in the air. Hedrick going to tap across. Moffitt is there. Webb right at the net. Sets Dishman. Laney cranks one for the kill for the Lady Wildcats. Laney Dishman pounding that one down for Livingston Academy to cut the lead down to 2 at 7-5. Garrett to serve now for Livingston. JC. Back row to Horn-Greavy. Anderson taps it deep in the back row. Moffitt plays that one up. Saved by Mosley, but then Mosley, rather that's Dishman. Dishman diving on the floor, and she and Moffitt get tangled up there on the floor. And they can't control it. And the point going to go to Stone, and the serve will go to Amy Anderson. Anderson just over the net. Garrett is there. Webb, free ball here as Moffitt will tap it across and down. Sydney Moffitt said, not a free ball when I'm hitting, as she dropped that one right in the open spot there for the point for the Lady Wildcats when it looked like there was nothing they could do with it. But Moffitt able to drop it in to score the point. And now Mally Carwile to serve for Livingston, trying to cut into this 2-point Stone lead. Carwile, tough serve. McDonald can't get to it. Carwile, a little drop serve there by the Lady Wildcat Jr. just across the top of the net is McDonald, giving a lot of room there between her and the net on this near side. If Carwile tries that again, now she plays it deep. McDonald will pop this one off the roof. John's going back to McDonald, who will tap it across, but Garrett is there. Webb sets outside to Mosley, swinging away off of Johns and down for the point for Livingston Academy. And they're going to reserve. We learned that a while back when it goes off the net or off the basketball goal. It's still down there, then, and somebody has a chance to play it. It's a reserve, so that's what we have here for Mally Carwile. Carwile, back row, and that's a good save there by Johns. Tapped across by Stone. Carwile to Webb. Now Mosley, that's off the block of Hedrick, but played by Horn-Greavy. McDonald blocked by Hughes, but Stone will save it. Hedrick taps it back row. Moffitt with a good save. Webb now to Mosley, reaching back to hit that one. She's dug in the back row by Sloan. McDonald swinging away, but hits it long for the Lady Panthers. We got a battle going here tonight. This is going to be fun between these two as Carwile ties it up at 8 on her serve, trying to move Livingston in front here in game 1. Deep serve. Oh, he said out. I thought in there, but it was close. He's a lot closer and a better angle than I have. So point goes to Stone. The serve goes to Addison Bennett. Bennett serve for the Lady Panthers. Back row to Garrett. Now Webb. That's Mosley. Mosley hits that one long. Just missing for the Lady Wildcats, and Stone back in front by 2 at 10-8. Bennett to serve again for the Lady Panthers. Bennett goes back row. Garrett diving to try to save it. Hughes will tap it over, but taps it out of bounds as that serve just dropped on J.C. Garrett that time, and when she made the adjustment, couldn't get to it in time to make a clean pass, and the point will go to Stone. Short serve there into the net by Bennett. Service error there. Give the serve back to Livingston as B. Moffitt stepping up to serve. And he goes all the way over to that far side of the floor to serve Lady Wildcats. Up serve, back row to Bennett. They'll set outside McDonald off the block. Dug by Carwile, but she can't save it. Carwile trying to save that one there. She was falling down, and off the dig attempt by Livingston, but Alley couldn't do that. The point going to go to Stone. Stepping out to serve will be Horngreevy. 12-9 Stone. Back row, Carwile. At the net, Webb will tap it over, but Johns is there. Sloan sets McDonald swinging away, but she hits it long. Pretty set there without a blocker, but McDonald didn't get on the top of that one to bring it down, and sails out of bounds. The point will go to Livingston. Kinley Webb to serve now for the Lady Wildcats. Webb, deep serve, played there by Bennett. Diving save by Johns. Horngreevy will tap it across to Carwile. Webb shoots that to Jenkins, but she misses wide. Jenkins trying to catch that line over on the far side. Will just miss wide. The point will go to Stone as Haley McDonald will step out to serve. McDonald, back row to Moffitt. Webb with the bump set to Mosley. Halley can't hit that one, taps it over to Bennett. John shoots that in the middle, tapped over by Groth. Mosley now off the net and down by Hallie Mosley. Mosley took a little something off that one, caught the net and dropped over for the point for the Lady Wildcats, and they cut the lead back to 2 at 13-11 as Daly coming back in to serve now for Livingston. Daly serving for the Lady Wildcats. Back row to Horngreevy. In the middle, they'll go to Groth, and Groth, did it catch the line? It did. Didn't hit it clean, but it bounced off the net and caught the out-of-bounds line for the point for StoneMemoral. Hedrick and Houston come back in. Houston stepping out to serve for Stone. 14-11. The Lady Panther lead is 3 still at 14-11. Houston, back row to Moffitt. Webb, back set, Copeland swinging away off the block and down. Anderson didn't get there in time. Copeland cutting it around the block of Anderson, dropping it in for the point for the Lady Wildcats on the kill by the sophomore. And Livingston back to within 2 at 14-12. Jenkins to serve, trying to get them closer. Bowie, back row, Sloan is there. They'll set Hedrick over the top of the block and in for Courtney Hedrick. Hedrick just finding the open spot on the back line. Point will go to Stone, and they'll get the serve back as stepping out to serve will be Sophia Johns. Johns, back row, Daly. Webb, back set, Dishman swinging away and down. Laney Dishman. Laney with her second big-time kill of the night. Pulls Livingston back to within 2, and J.C. Garrett to serve now for the Lady Wildcats. Garrett trying to get them closer. Jump serve. Diving effort there by Stone as they'll play it to Hedrick, who hits it in the net. It's a good effort on that serve by number 11 for Stone. That is Karis Wilson diving after that one. But Livingston comes away with the point. And Garrett with a chance to tie it on her serve. Sophomore goes back row to Sloan. Johns. That's outside Anderson. Anderson will hit it off the net and in for the point for StoneMemoral. Good piece of hitting there by Amy Anderson. She's got a couple of those down the line as Sloan going to sit down. McDonald will come in replacing her. Anderson, short serve. Garrett is there. Layup. Outside Dishman. Laney. Oh, yeah. Laney Dishman. The kill again for the Lady Wildcats as Laney sees that open lane there as finds the spot in the back row. Hallie Mosley wearing that brace on her left knee as she adjusts the knee pad and the brace as she goes back out there for the Lady Wildcats. We told you just about a week and a half that knee injury. 16-15 Stone as Mally Carwile to serve the Lady Wildcats. Carwile back row to Sloan back in there. Johns the set for Greeby, who taps it across to Garrett. Webb sets outside to Mosley. Mosley tried to tap it down the net, just trying to get that one to drop over, but it wouldn't kick across the net. It drops on the Livingston side, and the point going to go to Stone as they'll get Addison Bennett back in to serve. Also coming back in, Lucy Groth wearing number 10. Hedrick and Wilson will sit down. Back row, Garrett to Webb. Webb outside Mosley on a big swing, but Bennett is there to dig her. Johns now to McDonald, who hits it in the net. McDonald, big swing, but just didn't get across the top of the net. The point going to go to Livingston. The serve going to go to Sydney Moffitt. Lady Wildcats playing even with them right now, but they haven't been able to tie it. Moffitt has a chance to do so here on the jump serve. That's an ace, dropping right between Bennett and Sloan on the back row, and we're tied at 17. Sydney Moffitt with that ace for the Lady Wildcats as she'll step out to serve once again. Stay on this side. Sydney doesn't serve over here much. Jump serve here and out. Bennett just getting out of the way of that one. Head high, she'll just let it fly by her ear and drop out of bounds, and Stone moves back in front. Freebie to Mosley. Webb now in the middle, Jenkins off the top of the net, dug by Bennett. Johns hustling to save it, tapped over by Groth. Mosley to Webb, now to Jenkins off the block. Sloan is there, played it off the support and down for the point for Livingston Academy. They won't replay that one as it was high up off the roof. But Lady Wildcats have tied it at 18 with Kinley Webb stepping out to serve for Livingston. Webb, the back row, Sloan. Johns, back set to Groth. Webb with the dig, played up by Jenkins, tapped across by Copeland. Sloan now to Johns. Johns sets Groth, who hits in the net. Oh, that's a big save right there by the Lady Wildcats. Everybody playing for that one going to the floor, and Livingston got to it, able to get the save, and the Lady Wildcats move in front by one, 19-18. Webb to serve again. Kinley with the jump serve just over the net. Sloan to Johns. Johns now to Bennett hitting from the back row. Moffitt to Webb. Back set, Copeland. Cora has it blocked, but Jenkins will save it to Mosley, who kills it. Hallie Mosley with the kill for the Lady Wildcats. Had to make sure that there was no violation on that as she looked back at the ref before the celebration, and the Lady Wildcats move in front by 2, 20-18. Webb serving once again for Livingston. Kinley, the jump serve in the back row. Bennett to Johns. Johns sets Groth. Groth dug by Moffitt. Mosley with the pass to Carwile, who'll tap it over to Sloan. Johns shoots that to Groth, and she'll try the power dink, but it didn't get across the net. Good idea. Had found the right spot. It just never crossed the top of the net. The point going to go Livingston Academy. Webb serving once again. Lady Wildcats in front by 3, 21-18. Webb. Back row, Bennett. John shoots it across. Mosley with the dig, rather Carwile with the dig, but can't save it up far enough for somebody to be able to play that pass, and the point going to go to Stone, and the serve going to go back to Haley McDonald. McDonald, the back row to Webb. Moffitt trying to get to it, can't do so. Point to StoneMemoral as they cut the lead back to 1 at 21-20. Here in set 1, best 3 out of 5 in this matchup between these two. McDonald, back row, Moffitt to Webb, shoots it across, but Johns is there. Greeby outside, Anderson with a big swing. Moffitt with the dig with control. Webb back set, Copeland. Copeland taps back row to McDonald. Johns sets Greeby. She'll tap deep, but Moffitt is there. Webb again in the back row, but McDonald is there. Johns taps it across. Webb to Moffitt. Copeland swinging away off the block and down by Cora Copeland. Everybody trying the soft stuff before the kill by Cora Copeland. And the Lady Wildcats back in front by 2 at 22-20 as Daly stepping up to serve as Matea and Laney Dishman check back in for Livingston, replacing Mosley and Carwile. Daly with the serve just over the net to Bennett. Johns. That's Anderson close to the net. Taps it over with the left hand. Diving effort by Webb. Tapped over by Livingston. Johns will set Groth behind her. Groth will tap it to Bennett. Webb going to set Dishman. Laney off the block. Bennett is there. Johns. That's Anderson again close to the net. Blocked and down. Roof by Jenkins for the Lady Wildcats. Chloe Jenkins there for Livingston to extend the lead to 3 at 23-20 for the Lady Wildcats. Daly serves this one deep back row to Born-Greevy. John sets Groth. Groth off the block, but Daly is there in the back row. Webb sets Moffitt hitting from the back row. Bennett will dig her. Johns outside Anderson with a big swing. That's blocked, but Copeland will save it. Webb. Now Dishman will tap it across. Sloan now to Johns. Johns to Groth in the middle, and that's going to be down on the kill by Groth. Groth swinging away that time for Stone. Will get the kill and cut the lead back to 2 at 23-21. Hedrick and Houston back in. Groth and Bennett sit down. Houston to serve with her team trailing by 2, 23-21. You got to win by 2. Best 3 out of 5. Deep serve, Webb. Jenkins will save it to Copeland. That's right on top of the net. Johns will shoot it across, but Webb is there. Moffitt bumps at Dishman. Doug across to Webb. Moffitt back set again. Laney off the net this time. This one's dug by Born-Greevy. Sloan outside. Anderson swinging away. Moffitt with the dig. Webb to Dishman. Laney hits that one in the net. May have been a little too far off the net that time for Laney Dishman. And the point going to go to Stone as they cut it to 1, 23-22, and Livingston wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. We're in set 1 here with Livingston Academy taking on Stone Memorial.
Hello, friends. Are you in the market for a new mattress or bedroom suit? Puckett's Furniture is your Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Posturepedic mattress dealer. Take advantage of Puckett's low price guarantee, plus up to 80% off of our Jameson solid latex mattress sets, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket. Queen mattress.
Stone Memorial with a chance to tie it here on the serve of Alyssa Houston for the Lady Panthers. Intense matchup here tonight between these two volleyball teams. Moffitt in the back row to Webb. Webb sets Dishman. Laney hits that one long, and Stone has tied it up at 23 apiece here in set 1 as they battle back to tie it at 23. Houston trying to give the Lady Panthers the lead here late in set 1. Back row Webb to Moffitt. Bump set Copeland. Copeland with the kill. Oh, baby. Cora Copeland just drilling that one into the floor for the point for the Lady Wildcats to set up set 1. Point serve for Chloe Jenkins. Jenkins trying to close out set 1 here. Chloe, the back row to Sloan. Johns will set Hedrick. Taps over the block and down for the point for Stone. They tied at 24 here in set 1. Try to take the lead here on the serve of Sophia Johns. Daly with the pass to Webb. Going to set Copeland. Cora swinging away. That one's in for the point for the Lady Wildcats as Karis Wilson let it drop. And they score the point to move in front by 1, 25-24, with Garrett with a chance to close it out here for the Lady Wildcats. JC trying to Give Livingston the set 1 win off her serve. Garrett hits that one in the net, though. Service error by the Lady Wildcats will give Stone a chance to take the lead on the serve of Amy Anderson. Anderson. Short serve. Moffitt is there. Webb sets Dishman, and the catch going to be called on Kinley Webb. Catch on the Lady Wildcats will put Stone in front by 1, 26-25. Take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. The Muscle Factory, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Willow Grove Marina, Lucky Red Stables, Wascon Incorporated, Maynard's Auto Sales, R&M Family Pharmacy, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Overton County News, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Livingston Dairy Queen, Bullseye Security, Livingston Regional Hospital, First Church of Livingston, Gary Maxwell Insurance, and Jerry's IGA. We'll let you know the rest in just a moment as Anderson trying to close this one out with the serve to Moffitt in the back row. Webb going to set Dishman. Dishman hits it down for the kill for the Lady Wildcats. Go to the player with the hot hand, and Lainey Dishman has been that tonight for the Lady Wildcats, and she is able to take a little something off that one and find the open spot, hitting right in front of the Stone defender, and Livingston ties it up at 26 with Carwile to serve, and that one goes in the net. Back-to-back service errors by the Lady Wildcats on their serve. Will put Stone back in front by 1, 27-26 as Addison Bennett try to close this one out for the Lady Panthers. Bennett moving all the way across the service box. Garrett to Webb. Webb sets Hughes. Hughes off the block and in for the point for Livingston. Mia Hughes using the block effectively for the Lady Wildcats, and the freshman with a big play for Livingston will see them tied up at 27, and Sydney Moffitt to serve now. Moffitt with the jump serve. Tough serve played by Born-Grebe. Johns bump set to Growth. Tapped over. Saved by Garrett. Daly now to Webb. Webb will tap it back row to Johns. Sloan bump set to McDonald. Taps over the block and down by Haley McDonald. That'll put Stone back in front by 1, 28-27. As they've got a chance to serve it out with Born-Grebe here in set 1. Grebe, back row to Garrett. Webb, sets in the middle, Jenkins. Jenkins off Born-Grebe. That's off the roof. McDonald can't get to it, though, and Livingston's tied it at 28. Oh, it's a battle here tonight with Stone and Livingston Academy, and we're only in set 1. Webb to serve with Lady Wildcats. Trying to put Livingston in front here on their serve. Kinley with the jump serve. The back row, that's down. Kinley Webb with the ace. Fooling Addison Bennett in the back row as she had to reach for that one, couldn't get to it, and Kinley's got a chance to serve this one out here. Webb for Livingston. Again, that jump serve. Goes back row. Bennett with the pass this time to Johns. Growth now. Has to just tap it over to Moffitt. Webb back set Copeland off the block. Webb plays it back up to Copeland, who taps it across to Bennett. Johns in the middle. Growth dug there, but not able to save it is Moffitt off the kill by Lucy Growth for the point for Stone to tie it at 29. There just is no separation, it seems, here in set 1 as Haley McDonald serving. Back row, Moffitt. Now to Webb. Back set, Copeland. Copeland off the block. Johns with the bump pass the wrong way. McDonald will play it now to Anderson, who taps it back row to Moffitt. Webb taps it over and down. Oh, baby. Kinley Webb. Little tap right over the front line when everybody expected her to set it. But Kinley just drops it over and in for the point for Livingston. And now Daly has a chance to serve it out for the Lady Wildcats. Daly serving here. But it doesn't go across. We're tied at 30 on that service error by Livingston. Stone going to get Hedrick back on the floor. Houston coming back in. Houston will come in to serve. That knee may be bothering Hallie Mosley again, as she hasn't been in on the rotation here in the last little bit as Alyssa Houston to serve. 30-30 here in set one. Houston, back row to Moffitt. Out of Webb. Webb back set Copeland. Cora over the block, dug by Sloan. John sets Hedrick in the middle, taps over, popped up by Copeland. Carwile back to Copeland, dug by Sloan. Johns outside Anderson, blocked there by Livingston, but Born-Grebe is there. Johns to Hedrick, blocked there by Jenkins, but Hedrick will play it. Born-Grebe taps it back row to Daly. Now Webb, back set Copeland right in her wheelhouse, blocked. Daly will play it as she notices it now that she was out of bounds when she played it. And the point will go to Stone, and they've got a chance to win set one here on the serve of Alyssa Houston. Houston serving for the Lady Panthers. Back row Webb. Moffitt now. Bump set to Copeland right at the net. Can't tap it across, and Stone will win it. Stone wins set one, 32-30. Let's tell you the rest of our sponsors before we go to a video break. Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture, Milton Raines and Family, People's Bank and Trust Company, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Smith Septic Service, Livingston Rental Center, Puckett's Family Dentistry, 1806 Barbecue, compliments of a Wildcat fan, and State Farm Insurance, Phil Marshall. StoneMemoral wins set one, 32-30 over Livingston Academy. We'll take this break. We'll have set two coming up right after this.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase,
No Shack Livingston Academy Volleyball here on Overton Events as we move now to set two, with Stone winning the first one deep to extra points on that one as it goes 32-30. Stone winning. Livingston serve. Get this one started as the Kinley Webb stepping up to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Sydney Moffitt, Mia Hughes, Allie Carwile, Cora Copeland, Chloe Jenkins, and Hallie Mosley. Back out there for the Lady Wildcats. Stone, Groth, McDonald, Born-Grebe, also Bennett, Anderson, and Johns for the Lady Panthers as Sloan going to come in replacing Anderson. Emma Sloan, the libero for StoneMemoral. Officials ready now. Ready for Kinley Webb to serve the Lady Wildcats. Kinley, jump serve. Back row, Born-Grebe to Johns. They'll tap it across with Groth. Carwile, now to Webb. Webb in the middle. Copeland trying to hit behind Jenkins, and she'll pound it off the block and down for the Lady Wildcats. Cora Copeland able to somehow find space between the blocker and the net to get that one to go down for the point for Livingston Academy. Webb, jump serve again. To Bennett. Johns. That's Groth. Blocked. Jenkins with the block, but dug by McDonald and tapped across by Stone, and Stone going to get the point out of that one. Lady Panthers coming up with a big play there to tie it at one apiece. As Born-Grebe to serve now for Stone. Back row Moffitt. That serve just kind of drifting down through there. Carwile pushes back row to Sloan. Johns. That's Groth swinging away. Dug by Webb. Moffitt. Bump set outside to Copeland between the block. Dug by Bennett. Johns. Bump set. McDonald going at the net. Will hit it long. Momentum may have carried that hit just a little bit out of bounds, and the point going to go to Livingston Academy is Laney Dishman and Matea Daly going to check back in. Mosley and Carwile going to sit down. Daly to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Back row Bennett to Johns. Johns back set. McDonald swinging away. Daly with the dig. Webb will get to it. Free ball for Stone as Daly takes it across back row to Bennett. Good pass to Johns. That's Groth who taps it down. Lucy Groth, that power dink, a little behind her. She's able to reach back and get to that one and just kind of sling it over the net. Got away with it, and the point going to go to Stone to tie it at 2 apiece. McDonald serves back row to Webb. Jenkins saves it right on top of the net, hit the pole, and out of bounds. It'll be a point for Stone as Coach Torrey Perminer making that call as it did bounce off the out of bounds pole to move them in front 3-2. McDonald in the back row, Webb. Copeland now with the pass to Dishman who taps it back row. Born-Grebe. John shoots across, but Copeland is there. Moffitt bumps that behind her to Dishman who swings away and just misses long. It's a pretty set, though, by Sydney Moffitt on the bump set, going behind her head. Very difficult to do, and Sydney's able to get it done. But Dishman just misses about a foot long, and Stone goes in front by 2, 4-2. Dahl in the back row, Webb. Out of Moffitt. Copeland at the net, hits it out of bounds. Was it touched? It was not. Copeland thought it was. The officials say no, and the point going to go to Stone Memorial with McDonald to serve once again. Haley, back row to Moffitt. Webb, back set Copeland off the net this time. She'll tap it across and down. Cora Copeland with the little tap over the block to just drop it down for the point for Livingston Academy. Jenkins to serve now for the Lady Wildcats. Chloe to Bennett. Johns. Was that Growth? Blocked by Hughes. Mia Hughes there for the block for the Lady Wildcats. Is that one right on top of the net? Mia just there to tap it down and cut the lead to 1 at 5-4. Jenkins to serve once again. Chloe. Serve this one from the middle of the floor. Goes back row to Born-Grebe. Johns taps over, but Copeland is there. Bump set by way of Dishman. Blocked there, but saved by Hughes. Dishman now to Copeland, who hits it in the net. Copeland, that one got a little closer to her quicker than she thought it would, and Cora hit it in the net for the point for Stone Memorial as they'll go back in front by 2 at 6-4. Bennett and Growth going to sit down. Houston and Hedrick coming back in. Alyssa Houston serve with Lady Panthers. Houston, back row to Webb. Moffitt, the bump set to Dishman. Laney off the block and down by Laney Dishman. Dishman with the kill for the Lady Wildcats, using the block that time. Had to kind of double clutch that time to get to that set. And the kill for Dishman will pull Livingston back to within 1. Houston sitting down as Wilson will come in replacing her, and Garrett hits that one into the net. Service error on Livingston. Give it back to Stone Memorial as they'll get the point out of that. Move in front by 2 at 7-5. Johns serves back row to Garrett. Now Webb. Bump set to Hughes. Taps around the block. Dug there by Born-Grebe. Hedrick diving to save it to Sloan. Moffitt now to Webb. Webb outside Dishman, swinging away and in. Laney Dishman continues to hit the ball well tonight for the Lady Wildcats as she finds the line there for Livingston. Pounds it down for the point to pull Livingston back to within 1 at 7-6. Carwile serve once again for the Lady Wildcats. Alley. Back row Born-Grebe. Johns. That's Hedrick. That's off the block and down. Hughes thought she could get to that one, could not, and the point going to go to Stone for the Lady Panthers. They'll move back in front by 2, 8-6, with Amy Anderson stepping out to serve. To Carwile. Webb taps it over, but Born-Greby is there. McDonald tries to catch the back line, but hits it long. Good effort there by Karis Wilson for Stone to get to that one, but then the hit too long, and the point goes to Livingston. Moffitt to serve. Sydney, that jump serve to McDonald. That's off the roof and down. Hard serve from Sydney Moffitt. Got to McDonald quickly, and the momentum of the serve carried it right into the rafter, and that momentum brought it right back down for the point for Livingston. Moffitt, that jump serve again. McDonald with the pass this time. Johns will pop it up to Hedrick. Hedrick in the back row. Moffitt. Webb sets Jenkins in the middle. Johns there to play it to Sloan. Free ball here for Livingston as Hedrick hits it in the net. And the point going to go to Livingston Academy. Never came across on that hit by Courtney Hedrick. And the point goes to Livingston Academy. They take the lead at 9-8. Moffitt, the back row to Wilson. Outside McDonald trying to tap it across and can't do so. Set a little too far for Haley McDonald to get to. And the point going to go to the Lady Wildcats as Farley Bauer is going to check in for Stone now. She'll come in replacing McDonald. Moffitt serving here for Livingston. That's an ace. Little miscommunication there between Wilson and Bowers, who just checked in, and the ace without a touch by Stone for Sydney Moffitt to move Livingston in front by 3 at 11-8. Moffitt serving again for the Lady Wildcats. That one goes into the net. Service error by Livingston. Lady Wildcats have had too many of them for Coach Christy Jenkins to be happy with that. Going to happen from time to time, but they've had several here tonight. As Bennett checking back in, as is Groth, Hedrick, and Wilson will sit down. Bennett to serve. Back row Carwile to Webb. Webb sets Jenkins. Jenkins pounds it down. Chloe Jenkins with the kill for the Lady Wildcats. Just going over the top of the blocker that time to get the point for the Lady Wildcats on the kill by the sophomore. Webb stepping out to serve, and a 3-point Livingston lead at 12-9. Henley with the jump serve in the back row. Bennett can't handle it. Bennett having trouble with that Webb serve again. Henley able to move Livingston in front by 4, now 13-9. Webb to serve again. Jump serve. Back row, Bennett had to switch the way she played it. Groth going to be called for the catch that time. Yes, sir. She got away with it a couple of times in set 1. Doesn't get away with it that time as she just caught it, flung it again, and they call that one. The point goes to Livingston. Webb to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Henley, the jump serve, and the back row to Sloan. Johns, quick set to Groth. Off the top of the net and down by Lucy Groth. They called her for the catch a moment ago. She comes back with the power that time off the top of the net. The point for Stone to cut it back to 4. Born-Greby serves to Moffitt in the back row. Webb, back set. Copeland swinging away. Dug by Sloan. John sets Groth close to the net. Tapped across. Carwile diving after it. Can't get to it after Mosley had popped it up in the air. Allie Carwile with good hustle there trying to get to it, and the point going to go to Stone Memorial. They cut the lead down to 3 at 14-11. Mackenzie Born-Greby to serve for the Lady Panthers. Soft serve and an ace for Born-Greby. She changes it up a little bit there on that little drop serve by Stone Memorial to cut the lead down to 2 at 14-12. Born-Greby tries the same thing. Moffitt hustles to it. Webb, back set Copeland. She'll tap it across on the back line and long from Cora Copeland. So the point going to go to Stone Memorial as they cut it down to 1 at 14-13. And Livingston wants a timeout. We're in set 2. Stone Memorial battling back. Livingston's lead is 1, 14-13. Back in just a moment.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
Livingston lead is 14-13 as we come back here to Livingston Academy. Lady Wildcats trailing 1-0 as Stone took them all the way to 32-30 to get the win in set one. The 1 point difference here in set two. Best 3 out of 5 is Kenley Webb going over to ask the officials something here. What that discussion is about. Over the out of bounds line. Something on this near side is Coach Christy Jenkins down there. See some wet there on the floor. Water there where the huddle was for StoneMemoral as they dry that up. They gave up their sweatshirt, it looks like they're to dry it up. Again, something there on that back line. I can't see anything. Everybody seems content with whatever's going on. And now Mackenzie Bourne-Greavy serve once again. Greavy waiting on the signal from the official. Maybe some blood. What's going on? Bourne-Greavy goes back row to Moffitt. Webb. That's Mosley swinging away and down. Hallie Mosley with her first big-time kill of the night for the Lady Wildcats. Will move them back in front by 2, 15-13. Here in set two as Dishman and Daly will come back in for the Lady Wildcats. Daly stepping out to serve now for Livingston. Taya deep in the back row to Bennett. Johns. That's Growth. Big swing. Dug by Moffitt, but off the roof and down. Growth hits the ball well for StoneMemoral as Haley McDonald going to check back in with Lady Panthers. She'll come in to serve, replacing Marley Bowers. Amy Anderson checking back in, replacing the libero. Emma Sloan to play in the front row. McDonald to serve here for Stone. And a good serve as Daly diving after it, can't get to it. And the point going to go to StoneMemoral as they tie it at 15 apiece. McDonald, the ace, now trying to follow it up. Moffitt to Webb. Webb sets Copeland, and Copeland hits it in the net. Copeland will see Stone take the lead on that hit as McDonald to serve once again. Just over the net to Moffitt. Webb bump set outside Dishman over the top of the block to McDonald. Anderson to Bourne-Greavy. Free ball for Livingston. Copeland to Jenkins. Bump set. Copeland swinging away. Dug by McDonald. Johns to Growth. Taps with the left hand. Dishman plays it to Daly. Webb will tap it across to McDonald. Johns. That's a good set to Growth, but she's dug by Webb. Jenkins, bump set, Copeland, Cora over the block. Pancake there by Bennett. Oh, she got it up in the air on that diving pancake. Got the hand underneath it, palm down. It came off the knuckles. They might have had a chance to get it if she hadn't hit it twice. That's a good effort right there on that pancake by Addison Bennett. But it ends up with a point for Livingston. The Lady Wildcats try to move back in front on this serve by Jenkins. Bourne-Greavy to Johns. Outside Anderson. Dug by diving Daly. Tapped across by Dishman. Sloan will play it. Too close to take. Growth taps back row. Dug by Webb. Tapped over by Copeland, but hits it long. Lady Wildcats hit it long, and the point will go to StoneMemoral to move them in front by 1, 17-16, with Houston coming back in to serve. Houston to serve for Stone. She'll step out. Back row. Webb is there. Moffitt. That's Dishman. Dishman Cuts it around the block, but dug by Houston. Tapped over by Anderson. Webb with the dig. Moffitt sets Copeland. Copeland over the top of the block. Sloan with a pretty dig. Houston sets Born-Grebe. Webb is there. Moffitt bump set to Dishman. Hitting well again is Laney Dishman with the kill for the Lady Wildcats as he'll pound that one down for the point for Livingston to tie it at 17 apiece here in set 2. Stone won set 1, 32-30 as Garrett serve once again for Livingston. And she'll hit one in the net. Put Stone back in front by 1, 18-17 as Sophia Johns will step out to serve. Johns serves to Moffitt. Webb. That's Dishman. Laney with a good swing. That's back to her. Dishman will line it up again and will kill it with the second opportunity. Laney Dishman hit it hard enough for them to dig it in the back row, but it came right back to her. And Laney going to pound it down. Big smile on her face as she'll go to the bench with Mosley and Carwile coming to replace Dishman and Daly. 18-18 here in set 2 as Carwile tries to move Livingston in front. Born-Grebe now to Johns. They set Anderson. That's off the net. That's 4 hits. Yeah, Livingston never blocked it. That went off the net on the hit by Anderson. And the point will go to Livingston Academy as Carwile stepping out to serve here for Livingston. Alley just over the net to Born-Grebe. Johns back to Born-Grebe. Free ball for Carwile. Webb. And that's a catch going to be called on Kinley Webb. Catch on the Lady Wildcats will give the point to Stone as they tied up at 19. Emma Sloan going to sit down. She'll be replaced by Haley McDonald. Amy Anderson serves back row to Garrett. Webb sets in the middle to Hughes, who hits it in the net. Never came across on that one. The point going to go to Stone to move them in front, 20-19. Anderson trying to get them just a little bit of a cushion here late in set 2. Go to Carwile. Webb tries to punch it across. Webb will play it up, but it's going to be too many hits on Livingston as the block there by Haley McDonald for Stone to get them in front by 2, 21-19. Stone trying to take a 2-0 lead in this game. Garrett to Webb. Webb taps it across, but Hedrick will play it back row to Moffitt. Webb with the bump set to Mosley, swinging away. Dug by Anderson. Sloan going to set Hedrick. Taps over the block and down by Courtney Hedrick. Hedrick able to find the open spot, and Stone moves in front 22-19 here in set 2. Timeout called by Livingston. We'll take it with them. Back to Livingston Academy right after this. 3-point lead for Stone Memorial, 22-19. Amy Anderson trying to continue and extend that lead at 22-19. Anderson stepping out to serve once again. Back row to Carwile. Webb sets in the back row to Carwile, and she'll hit it long. Point to Stone Memorial as they'll take a 4-point lead, 23-19 here in set 2. You don't want to go down 2-0 if you can avoid it. Here for the Lady Wildcats, Anderson. Soft serve. Carwile is there. Webb at the net. Will set Mosley reaching back to hit that one. Dug by Johns. Born-Grebe outside McDonald. Blocked. McDonald will save it though. Hughes with the block for Livingston. Now, what have we got? A catch called on Stone, and the point to Livingston Academy. Leah Hughes with the big block for the Lady Wildcats to cut the lead back to 3 at 23-20, but some pressure here on the serve of Sydney Moffitt. Moffitt goes to McDonald. Johns bump set Hedrick. Hedrick blocked by Jenkins. Chloe Jenkins, Ruth on Hedrick to get the point for Livingston. Jenkins with the big-time block. Moffitt now trying to get them closer. Just over the net, McDonald with the pass now to Wilson. Back to McDonald. Dug in the back row by Moffitt. Webb going to set Mosley. Hallie reaches back to hit that one, but hits it long. Set point for Stone Memorial, 24-21. Here for Addison Bennett. Bennett stepping out, trying to close out set 2. Bennett curves back row to Garrett. Webb now. Back set, Moffitt will just have to save it across. Born Grebe is there. John sets Gross. She'll tap back row to Moffitt. Webb sets in the middle, Jenkins. Jenkins dug by Bennett. John's going to be called for the catch. Yep, that settled into her hands, and tell by the pass that time that it was a catch, and the point going to go to Livingston. The serve going to go to Kinley Webb. 24-22. The next point by Stone can win it if they can score on this, but Webb to serve here for the Lady Wildcats. Webb in the back row, Bennett. Johns. Set Growth. Growth popped up by Jenkins to Moffitt. Webb. Back set Copeland swinging away. Dug though by Stonesborn Grebe. Tapped over by Bennett. Moffitt. Now to Webb. Webb back set Copeland again. Dug by Bennett. Johns with the pass now to McDonald off the block. Moffitt is there. Webb. Bump set to Mosley. Hitting away. Born Grebe pops it up in the air. Sloan will play it. It's off a lot. Bennett will take it across though. Mosley to Webb. She'll shoot it across. Born Grebe pops it up to Johns. Played over by Growth. Trying to go to the back line. Carlisle will play it. They're on the back line. Mosley now will tap it across. Bennett with the pass to Johns. Going to set McDonald. McDonald then will have it still alive. And Webb will shoot it in the back line to get the point for Livingston. Oh, baby. Lady Wildcats didn't quit, and they got the finish to get the point to cut it to 1, 24-23. Stone thought the point was over. Kinley Webb said, puts it back row to cut the lead to 1 at 24-23. Webb trying to tie it up here in set 2. Kinley, jump serve. Back row, Bennett. Now to Johns. Johns to Growth. Taps it, but Mosley is there. Moffitt. They're going to have to stay focused, and it goes off the roof and down for the point for Stone, and they win set 2, 25-23. Well, this is about as even as you can get, but Stone has gotten a couple of breaks in each game to get a win. They win set 1, 32-30, set 2, 25-23. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Puckett's Furniture, Highway Tire, Gary's IGA, Gary Maxwell Insurance, First Church of Livingston, Livingston Regional Hospital, Bullseye Security, Livingston Dairy Queen, Livingston Family Healthcare, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Overton County News, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, R&M Family Pharmacy, Maynard's Auto Sales, Wascon Incorporated, Lucky Red Stables, Willow Grove Marina, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Exit Rocky Top Realty, The Muscle Factory, Milton Rains and Family, People's Bank and Trust Company, State Farm Insurance, Phil Marshall, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Smith Septic Service, compliments of a Wildcat fan, 1806 Barbecue, Puckett's Family Dentistry, and Livingston Rental Center, our sponsors here on Overton Events. Stone leads 2-0. We'll come back with more Snow Shack Livingston Academy Volleyball here on Overton Events right after this.
Hello, friends. I'm L.G. Puckett with Puckett's Pond. I'm a professional numismatist and a 60-year member of A&A. I'm a strong buyer and collector of coins, gold, silver, and precious metals. If you want to buy, sell, trade, or pawn, then come on in and visit my money museum. It's in the back of Puckett's Furniture. I've got
We move now to set 3 with Stone Memorial leading 2-0 over Livingston Academy. Lady Wildcats trying to stay alive. Best 3 out of 5 here in this district matchup for first place in the district race between these two schools. Both teams have lost once in the district. Stone beat Livingston up in Crossville. Stone lost to Upperman, their only loss in district play. Warren Greeby gets set 3 started to Carlisle. Mosley now to Moffitt, who taps it across to Bennett. Johns set Growth, dug in the back row by Moffitt. Webb sets in the middle to Jenkins, and Jenkins hits it wide for the point for Stone Memorial to move them in front 1-0 to get this third set started. Stone won set 1, 32-30. Set 2, 25-23. Garrett to Webb. Webb outside Mosley off the block and down by Hallie Mosley. Mosley, no, they're going to call what? They're going to say it went off the net and not the block of Stone. Point to the Lady Panthers. Born Greeby, back row to Garrett. Webb in the middle, Jenkins off the block. Dug by Born Greeby. Johns outside McDonald. She'll tap it over, but Garrett diving to save it to Moffitt. Mosley now will tap it across in the back row, Born Greeby. Johns in the middle now to Growth. Blocked. Jenkins just shutting her down there at the net for the point for the Lady Wildcats. Livingston gained their first point of set 3 to cut the lead down to 1 at 2-1 with Webb stepping out to serve. Kinley. That one into the net. Service error on Livingston. We give the point to Stone. Give the serve right back to Stone as Haley McDonald stepping out to serve. Amy Anderson checking back in for Stone. Donald deep in the back row to Moffitt. Passes to Webb. Now to Mosley, who hits that one into the net. Point for Stone Memorial to extend the lead to 3 now at 4-1. McDonald serving again. Back row to Moffitt. Webb. That's Mosley. Has to reach back. Popped up in the air by Stone, but they say it hit the floor before that pancake attempt again by Addison Bennett. She's done it once tonight. Tried to get that hand down again with the palm down. It's so difficult to do to keep it alive. Hasn't been available very long to be able to do that legally, as Daly will serve for Livingston, and she'll drop it in for the ace right in front of Born Greeby. Matea Daly for the point that Livingston needed right there. Cut the lead down to 1 at 4-3. Daly to serve again. Back row to Bennett. Johns. High set to Anderson, swinging away, but she hits it long. Amy Anderson hits that one out of bounds. For the point for Livingston Academy, and Daly to serve once again to try to put them in front here in set 3. Daly. Back row. Born Greeby can't get to it. Born Greeby backing up, just kept backing up away from that one. And the point going to go to Livingston Academy. Daly. Serving again. Deep serve. Bennett. Now to Johns. Tough set. Tapped over by Growth, but Dishman will play it a couple of times. Webb going to set Dishman. Laney, pretty cut. They'll try to get to it, but Anderson can't, as Bennett tried to dig that beautiful cut by Laney Dishman. She's shown power. She's shown finesse. Now she's shown talent to cut that away from the block and away from the attempted dig, and the point to Livingston Academy. Daly, deep serve. Born Greeby to Sloan. They've got a chance to hit this one with Anderson, but Webb will dig the dink. Moffitt now to Copeland over the top of the block. Sloan is there. Johns in the middle. Gross swinging away and down by Lucy Gross. Seems like when Stone needs something big to happen, Growth has been there for the Lady Panthers, and they cut it back to 1 at 6-5. Houston coming back in to serve. Hedrick coming back in as well. Growth and Bennett going to sit down. Alyssa Houston to serve. Goes back row to Moffitt. Way up. That's Dishman. Dishman has that one dug by Houston, but it goes off the roof and down off the power of Laney Dishman. Dishman with the kill for the Lady Wildcats. Moves them back in front by 2 at 7-5. Jenkins. And again here for Livingston. Chloe. Will drop serve. Sloan is there though. Johns might have got away with a push. Hedrick will drop it in on that dink over the top of the block by Stone Memorial as Courtney Hedrick just found that open spot, saw the blocker commit, and dropped it in for the point for Stone to cut it back to 1 at 7-6. Johns to Daly. Way a bump set in the middle. Hughes will tap it over. Free ball for Sloan. John's going to tap it across, but Copeland is there. Dishman going to hit that. It's going to be popped up by Hedrick. Stone will play it. Outside Anderson, blocked there by Copeland and Hughes. I don't know if it came across, but Copeland's going to take credit for the block for Livingston. And the Lady Wildcats will go back in front by 2 at 8-6 as J.C. Garrett come in replacing Copeland to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Garrett stepping in to serve for Livingston. Has to go all the way to the other end of the floor. The end of the floor to retrieve that one as it rolled through the arch. The Lady Wildcats seniors came through earlier tonight. Garrett with the jump serve. The back row, that's an ace for J.C. Garrett. Fooled Born Grebe that time. Talked about if it's head high and not dropping, it's probably going to go out, but that one was dropping off the serve of J.C. Garrett. And the ace untouched by Stone Memorial. Put Livingston in front by 3, 9-6. Garrett, back row Sloan. Tough pass will get to Johns. Hedrick going to tap it across in the back row to Moffitt. Webb going to set Dishman. Laney cranks. Laney kills for the Lady Wildcats. Dishman with another kill for Livingston Academy. She has shown up and shown out tonight for the Lady Wildcats, and they lead it by 4, 10-6 here on this senior night for Livingston Academy. J.C. Garrett serving once again for Livingston. Garrett serves to Sloan in the back row. John's going to set Anderson swinging away. That's blocked. Hughes and Webb combined to block that one for the Lady Wildcats. Another roof for Livingston Academy as they try to battle their way back into this one, trailing 2-1, and Stone has seen enough. They want a timeout. They'll call it in set 3 with Livingston leading 11-6. We'll be back to Livingston Academy right after this.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase,
Livingston lead is 5, 11-6 here in set 3. Garrett serve once again for the Lady Wildcats. J.C. The jump serve. Back row Sloan. Johns will pop it up to Hedrick. Dug there by Dishman. Webb going to tap it off the block of Hedrick. Sloan is there to save it. Johns back to Hedrick. Taps it over. Dug by Webb. Garrett now to Moffitt who'll play it across. Sloan is there. Johns sets Anderson outside. Swinging away and down. Amy Anderson. Timeout by Coach Perminer. Able to slow the momentum a little bit for Livingston, settle her team down, and get the kill by Amy Anderson to stop that service game of J.C. Garrett, who had a good service game going. Cut the lead to 4, and Anderson will serve to Daly. Webb sets Dishman. Dishman dug, but right back to Livingston's Garrett. Webb sets Dishman again off the block. Johns is there. Hedrick bump set to McDonald. Dug in the back row by Daly. Webb with the pass. Can Dishman get to it? She can't. On that errant pass from Kinley Webb, and the point going to go to Stone Memorial. Anderson sees her serve, cut the lead down to 3 at 11-8. Anderson goes back row to Daly. Now to Webb. Webb sets Dishman. Dishman off the block will pop it back over to the Stone side. Hedrick will tap it across to Garrett. Webb sets in the middle to Hughes. She'll shoot it across the block. Dug by Bennett. Now they'll go to Hedrick. Tapped up by Webb. Saved by Daly. Tapped across by Webb. Hedrick going to set Johns. Johns outside McDonald. Blocked. But Bennett is there to dig it. They'll try to go back to McDonald. She'll play it around the out-of-bounds pole, but plays it out of bounds. Oh, another block for Livingston. Hughes and Webb there for the Lady Wildcats. And Livingston gets the stop and gets the point. And the Lady Wildcats back out by 4 at 12-8 as Carwile stepping out to serve once again. Alley. Serve this one for Livingston. The jump serve goes back row, and that's an ace. Wilson can't get to it. And the point going to go to the Lady Wildcats. Harris Wilson. There, I think I may have called her Bennett a minute ago. It's 11 there, Wilson. Carwile to serve again for the Lady Wildcats. Jump serve on the side and out of bounds as McDonald, with a good eye there, seeing it drift out of bounds, let it go, and the point will go to Stone as Hedrick and Wilson will sit down. Groth and Bennett will check back in. 13-9 Livingston here in set 3. Stone winning the set, wins the game. Back row Garrett. Out of Webb. Bump set behind her to Hughes. Mia swinging away. Dug by Johns. Bennett back set to McDonald, and McDonald hits it in. Haley McDonald with the kill for Stone Memorial on a pretty bump set. We talked about Moffitt doing that a few moments ago. Sophia Johns did that right there for Stone Memorial. That's so tough to do with that bump set over your head to get it where the hitter can do anything with it. They did so then. Bennett. That one just kicks over the net, but Webb will play it to Mosley. Sloan then will see Bennett get to that one. Johns will tap it across. Mosley to Webb. Back to Mosley. Rips it and kills it for Livingston Academy. Hallie Mosley with the kill off of Sophia Johns for the Lady Wildcats. And Livingston back out by 4 at 14-10. Moffitt to serve once again for the Lady Wildcats. Moffitt with the jump serve in the back row. That's off Born Greeby with the ace for Moffitt to move Livingston back in front by 5, 15-10. Moffitt trying to extend this Livingston lead. Sydney, one of 5 seniors on this roster for Coach Christy Jenkins. Sloan with the pass to Johns. Bump set to McDonald. That one, will it stay where they can play it? It's bouncing around up there, and Garrett will get to it. Mosley will play it across. Now to Sloan. Sloan to Johns, and they have stopped play as they're going to call the captains over there. I don't see what they've got to talk about. If it plays off the roof, it's in play. They're going to reserve it, I'd bet. No, they're going to give the point to Stone. They're going to say that's out of bounds since it went off the basketball goal that's cranked up here. Still stayed in play. They say that's too much out of play. Coach Jenkins saying Livingston had a chance to play it from that point, but the official says no. Mosley off the pass from Garrett. Back to Carwile hitting from the back row. That's off Groth to Johns. Sloan bump set outside McDonald. She'll push it back row. Carwile able to adjust and save it to Garrett. Now Moffitt hitting from the back row and down. Sydney Moffitt. Moffitt fired up on the kill from the back row. And the Lady Wildcats move in front by 5, 16-11. Garrett going to sit down for Livingston as Copeland going to come back in replacing her. Webb to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Henley with the jump serve, floating back row to Bennett. Johns bump set behind her, tapped over by Born Greeby. Webb to Moffitt. She'll set Copeland swinging away. That's blocked, but blocked out of bounds. Copeland pounds it off the block of Haley McDonald for the point for the Lady Wildcats. Webb stepping out to serve now for Livingston. 17-11. Lady Wildcats in front by 6 here in set 3. Webb trying to keep this going here in the set. Henley to Bennett, falling down, can't control it. Misjudged it to Addison Bennett as she was trying to play that one in front of her. Kind of lost her balance, was falling down. The point will go to Webb on the ace. The Lady Wildcats senior. Webb. Back row again. Bennett, good pass this time to Johns. Quickly to Groth. Blocked. shut down by Jenkins, one-on-one with Lucy Groth, and Jenkins able to block it down for the point for Livingston Academy. 19-11, Livingston here in set 3. Webb to serve once again. Henley, the jump serve in the back row to Bennett. Pops straight up. Sloan is there. Johns will play it across. Free ball for Moffitt in the back row. Webb, back set. Copeland taps it over, but taps it out of bounds. Cora just trying to catch the line. The set was too close to the net for her to do anything with it but that. As she had her strong hand there, the left hand tried to tap it on the line, but it just carried on her for the point for Stone and the serve for Haley McDonald. Back row to Moffitt. Webb. Set Mosley. Mosley hits it hard, but dug by Born-Grebe. Johns to Groth. Free ball for Moffitt. Webb right at the net. Will tap it over. Dug, though, right back to the Livingston side for Mosley. Webb back set. Copeland swinging away. Carlisle diving after it, trying to save it. Can't do so. Good block there by Amy Anderson. For Stone getting the block, and they're back to within 6 at 19-13. McDonald to serve here. Back row to Moffitt. Webb. That's Mosley. Mosley pounds that one off Groth, but she kept it alive. Anderson will tap it across to Carlisle. Webb. Back set to Jenkins off the block, but Jenkins will keep it alive. Moffitt keeps control. Now Webb will play it across to Born-Grebe. Johns. That's Groth in the middle. Hit well and hit down for the kill for Lucy Groth. Like I told you, when they need power, she's the one they go to, and Groth with a finish there to cut it to 5 at 19-14. McDonald to serve. Livingston trying to break this serve and take this momentum back from StoneMemoral. Back row Moffitt. Webb. That's Mosley. Rips. Kills. Hallie Mosley. Mosley, no blocker there, just finishes for the Lady Wildcats. And Livingston back out by 6, 20-14. Daly, the serve now for Livingston. Daly trying to extend this 6-point lead, trying to keep Livingston in the game. Back row Born-Grebe to John. Sets Groth in the middle. Dug by Copeland. Webb. Now to Moffitt, who'll play it across. Back row Born-Grebe. Johns to Groth. Blocked. Dug, though, by Stone, but out of bounds. Oh, Jenkins got her again. Chloe Jenkins with the block again, as Chloe in the middle is one-on-one on the power hitter Groth and able to shut her down again. And Livingston moves out by 7 now, 21-14. Daly trying to keep it going for the Lady Wildcats. Back row Bennett. Johns. Saved by Dishman. Webb. Back set Copeland. Cora off the block, but down. Groth and Anderson combine on the block. I think Anderson the one that got it. And Stone gets a stop they needed to cut it back to 6 at 21-15 and get the serve for Alyssa Houston. Houston's done well on her service game tonight. As step out here, try to get them closer. Livingston leading 21-15. Houston in the back row. Moffitt. The pass to Jenkins. Dishman just will have to try to tap that one across. Anderson plays it right back to Dishman. Blocked, but saved by Moffitt. Webb back set Copeland. Taps over the block. Hedrick will dive to save it. Anderson to John. Daly. Now to Webb. Webb in the middle. Jenkins swinging away, but misses long. Effort there by StoneMemoral to keep that one alive and get the point for the Lady Panthers and cut it down to 5 at 21-16. Houston, the serve once again. Back row, Moffitt can't get to that one, and it's an ace for Alyssa Houston. Told you she's been good on her serve, and it continues here with a couple of points already to cut it down to 4 at 21-17. Livingston needing a stop here late in this one. Tough serve. Moffitt handles this one to Webb. Webb sets Dishman. Dishman hits it long. Laney hit that one over the end line, and the point will go to Stone as they've cut it to 3 now at 21-18, and Livingston wants a timeout. Lady Wildcats will take it here in set 3. We'll be back to Livingston Academy right after this.
Hello, friends. Are you in the market for a new mattress or bedroom suit? Puckett's Furniture is your Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Posturepedic mattress dealer. Take advantage of Puckett's low price guarantee, plus up to 80% off of our Jameson solid latex mattress sets, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket. Queen mattress.
Alyssa Houston bringing Stone Memorial back in this one. 3 straight points on her serve has cut the lead down to 3 at 21-18. As Houston trying to get them even closer. Back row to Moffitt. Webb. That Dishman. Laney will kill that one as the Lady Wildcats. That's what they needed. Again, go to the hot hand, and Laney Dishman has had it tonight. Kill that one for the point to move Livingston back out by 4, 22-18. Jenkins to serve for Livingston. Lloyd. Step out. Back row to Sloan. Johns. That's Anderson outside. Off the block, but Jenkins is there. Webb with the bump set. Dishman. Laney just taps it over. Anderson will save it, but saves it out of bounds. Diving effort there by Amy Anderson on that little push by Laney Dishman. Tap it out of bounds, and the point will go to Livingston Academy to move them in front 23-18. Jenkins. Back row. Sloan. Johns. To Hedrick in the middle. To Webb. Webb now to Copeland. That's blocked, but Webb is there. Daly now. To Dishman. Free ball here for Stone. Back row. Freebie. Johns taps it across and down. Smart by Sophia Johns. Do that when they don't expect it, and that's exactly what she did right there. And she's able to drop it down for the point. Get the serve. John, she's their setter. And runs this team very effectively. John. Cut into the advantage. Back row Daly. Off it now. That Copeland outside. She'll tap over the block and down. Cora Copeland just finding the open spot right in front of Johns and Sloan. And Livingston will move to set point here. 24-19 Lady Wildcats, with Garrett trying to close it out for Livingston Academy. Casey. Jump serve. Back row. Born Greeby. Johns. That Hedrick. That's dug by Webb. Moffitt to Dishman. Just across and down. Sometimes you're on fire. Sometimes you get lucky. Lucky work for Dishman that time as it caught the top of the net and dropped over to win set 3 for Livingston Academy, 25-19. Take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Milton Raines and Family, People's Bank and Trust Company, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Smith's Septic Service, Livingston Rental Center, Puckett's Family Dentistry, 1806 Barbecue, compliments of a Wildcat fan, State Farm Insurance, Phil Marshall, Puckett's Furniture, Highway Tire, Gary's IGA, Gary Maxwell Insurance, First Church of Livingston, Livingston Regional Hospital, Bullseye Security, Livingston Dairy Queen, Livingston Family Healthcare, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Overton County News, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, R&M Family Pharmacy, Maynard's Auto Sales, Wascon Incorporated, Lucky Red Stables, Willow Grove Marina, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, The Muscle Factory, Exit Rocky Top Realty, and Walnut Grove Church of Christ, our sponsors here on Overton Events. Watching us live, join us for high school football tomorrow night as the Livingston Academy Wildcats will be at home. We'll have the 2023 Hall of Fame class presentation. That begins at 6:30 tomorrow night. Game kicks off at 7. Livingston Academy playing their arch rival, the York Dragons, tomorrow night. The Wildcats riding a 2-game winning streak as they're 2-3 after snapping a 24-game losing streak up in Jenkins, Kentucky. The Wildcats have won 2 in a row. They try to continue that streak as they'll be taking on York tomorrow night. That's the 22nd of September. Join us for that. Again, we'll be on at 6:30 with the presentation of the Hall of Fame class of 2023. As Kinley Webb to serve to begin set 4. Lady Wildcats keeping alive with the 25-19 win in set 3. Monday night, we've got elementary school soccer for you coming up on Monday night. The Junior Lady Wildcats soccer team will open up their tournament play on Monday night. Then Tuesday night, Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats soccer team will have their senior night. We'll be there for that one as they'll close out the district schedule against Upperman on Tuesday night. That begins at 6, actually probably about 5:30 with the senior presentation on Tuesday night for the Lady Wildcats soccer team here on Overton Events. If you are watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our page. Watching us on Facebook, give us a follow. Kenley Webb with the serve. The back row, Sloan. Now to Johns. In the middle, Growth. Growth hits it long. Lucy Growth. She hasn't made many mistakes, but that one there just about a foot long to give the point to Livingston Academy and move the Lady Wildcats in front by 1 to get this set started. Webb with the jump serve. The back row, Bennett. Now to Johns. Johns will go back to Growth. Dug by Carlisle. Webb. That's Mosley. Mosley hits that one long, though, and out of bounds for the point for Stone Memorial. Oh, they say it was touched. Touched by Stone as Mosley able to play it off a blocker, and the point going to go to Livingston Academy. Move the Lady Wildcats in front now 2-0 here in set 4. Stone won set 1, 32-30. They won set 2, 25-23. Livingston won set 3, 25-19. Sloan to Bourne Greeby. Free ball for Livingston. Growth will tap it across to Carlisle. Webb to set Mosley over the block and down. No, that's dug again by Bennett. She's done it again. McDonald to Webb. Moffitt going to get to it. She'll set Copeland. She'll hit over the block. Sloan with the dig. John's going to set Copeland swinging away. That's blocked, but Sloan will save it. Growth will tap it across, but Mosley is there. Webb with the bump set to Mosley off the block, but Bourne Greeby will save it. Johns now to Moffitt. Webb right at the net. Will tap it over and down. Kenley Webb. We are seeing some high-level volleyball here tonight between the two leaders in this district. Both trying to move into first place. Stone right now has first place by virtue of the tiebreaker against Livingston. A Lady Wildcat win, though, would move them into first place alone at 6-1, would drop Stone to 4-2, but Livingston's got to win 2 straight here. Webb in the back row, Bennett to Johns. Johns to Growth. That's off the block. Carlisle is there. Webb back set Copeland swinging away. Dug by Sloan. Johns sets McDonald, and McDonald will hit it off the block and down. Haley McDonald using the block that time. Hitting it just over the top of the net. Caught the blocker and hit it out of bounds for the point for Stone to get their first point of set 4. Back row they go to Moffitt. Webb right at the net. Will set Copeland, and she got into the net. Pass pulled Kenley too close that time as she tried to make that set, and the point will go to Stone Memorial. Bourne Greeby trying to tie it on her serve here. Back row Moffitt. Webb goes outside Mosley. Mosley dug by Bennett. Johns sets McDonald. That's off the net, but Moffitt is there. Webb with the bump set to Mosley. Mosley hits it into the net. Stone moves in front now. Actually, they tie it at 3 apiece. Bourne Greeby, couple of serves here to tie this one up at 3 apiece. As she'll serve again for the Lady Panthers. Back row, Moffitt will get to that one. Webb back set to Copeland. Copeland will hit it off Sloan, and then Bourne Greeby can't get to it. Cora Copeland with the kill for the Lady Wildcats to move them back in front by 1 at 4-3. Matea Daly to serve now for Livingston. Daly trying to extend this 1-point advantage. It's been close all night between these two. Daly, deep serve. Bennett with the pass to John. She'll set Growth swinging away. Did she catch the line? She did not. Hit it wide on that one, and the point will go to Livingston Academy. Daly to serve once again. Matea takes this one back row to Sloan. Johns now to Growth. Reaching back to hit that one. Copeland pops it up one-handed to Daly. Jenkins will tap it across. Free ball for Bennett. Johns right at the net. Will tap it over, but Dishman is there. Webb going to set Copeland off of McDonald. Dug by Bennett, though. Bourne Greeby back to McDonald. Free ball for Daly. Webb. That's Dishman. Laney can't get that one across the top of the net. She had to back up. She'd already started her motion. Had to stop it, go back up. And that threw off the timing, and it hits the top of the net. And the point going to go to Stone to cut it back to 1 at 5-4. Haley McDonald once again for the Lady Panthers. Tough serve. Webb will play it well, though, to Moffitt. Copeland now swinging away. Dug by Bennett. They'll go to Anderson. Anderson dug in the back row by Moffitt. Webb will stick with it. Moffitt will play it across. Good hustle by Livingston. Borgreeby to John. Sets Growth. Growth dug by Moffitt again. Daly is there. Dishman will tap it deep in the back row. Borgreeby. John's right at the net. She'll tap it across, but Dishman got there, and Dishman saved it. Laney said, oh no, you won't do it right now, as Dishman will tap it across to the open floor and get the point for the Lady Wildcats to extend their lead back to 2 at 6-4. Jenkins to serve now for Livingston. Chloe. Little drop serve. Bennett will get to it. Johns. That's Anderson. Blocked, but out of bounds. Not much you can do unless you get it straight down on the block there, and Copeland just had that one go off her hands and out of bounds. The point for Stone Memorial. Bennett and Growth going to sit down. Hedrick and Houston back in. Jenkins going to leave for Livingston, as Hughes will come back in. Houston. To Moffitt. Webb. Back set to Dishman. Dishman winds it up. Dug by Sloan. Borgreeby thought somebody else was going to go get it. That threw everything off, and Anderson can't control that one. The point going to go to Livingston Academy. J.C. Garrett checking back in. Harris Wilson checking back in. Stone. 7-5 Livingston here in set 4. Garrett with the jump serve. Back row to Borgreeby. Johns goes and gets it to Anderson. Hit back row to Moffitt. She'll play it across, but Hedrick is there. Johns sets Anderson swinging away. Moffitt will dig her again. Webb sets Dishman swinging away. That's off of Wilson and down for the kill for Laney Dishman. I don't know her total, but it's got to be in double digits, and Stone wants to talk about it. Livingston's out by 3, 8-5 here in set 4. We'll take this time out with them. Back to Livingston Academy in just a moment.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
The Livingston lead is 3, 8-5. Garrett with the serve. Played by Borgreeby. Johns will set Hedrick. Taps it right to Dishman. Webb sets Hughes in the middle. Hughes dug by Sloan in the back row. Wilson now to Borgreeby. She'll tap it to Garrett. Webb now. That's Dishman outside. Dishman swinging away and down. Laney Dishman crushes another for the Lady Wildcats. Livingston out by 4, 9-5 here in set 4. As the Lady Wildcats trying to tie this up at 2 apiece here tonight against Stone. Garrett to serve now for Livingston once again. J.C. serves back row to Sloan. Johns. That's Hedrick. Taps it, but Daly will dive to save it. Hedrick back to John. She'll tap it across. Dishman will pop it up with one hand to Moffitt. Webb now plays it back row. Sloan will step in front of Borgreeby to take it. They'll set Anderson, and she'll hit it out of bounds off the block. Amy Anderson does it again for Stone, playing it off the block and out of bounds for the point for the Lady Panthers to cut the lead down to 3 at 9-6. Sophia Johns stepping up to serve now for the Lady Panthers. Johns goes back row. Moffitt will take control. Webb bumps at Dishman. Dishman swinging away, but Wilson will get the dig. Hedrick outside Anderson, and Anderson catches the back line. Amy Anderson with a good hit for Stone Memorial to get the kill there to cut the lead down to 2 at 9-7. Johns to serve to get them closer. Via Johns, as we said, she's better. Moffitt with the pass now to Webb. Webb sets Hughes. Hughes off the block of Hedrick, but Johns with the dig. Sloan to Anderson, and she hits it right in the net. That pass was one she couldn't do much with, as Dishman and Daly going to sit down. Mosley and Carwile will come in replacing those two. Allie Carwile stepping out to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Put this one in play for Livingston. Carwile. Back row to Wilson. Johns. That's Hedrick. Taps it back row to Moffitt. Webb. That's Mosley. Mosley with a big-time swing. That's off Johns and down. Hallie Mosley getting involved in the spike attack by Livingston Academy as she hits that one off the block and down for the point for the Lady Wildcats. 4-point Livingston lead, 11-7. Carwile to serve. Back row, tough serve, but it didn't stay in bounds. Thought it was going to drop, just kept carrying out of bounds, and the point will go to Stone, and the serve will go to Amy Anderson. 3-point Livingston lead, 11-8 here in set 4. Drop serve, Carwile is there. Webb sets Mosley. Diving effort by Wilson on a pretty save. McDonald swinging away, gets the kill for Stone Memorial. But Karis Wilson made it happen on the diving effort there for the Lady Panthers. They cut it to 2 at 11-9. Anderson to serve once again. First set, Stone won 32-30 as Anderson goes to Carwile. Saved by Webb. Free ball here as Carwile will hit it out of bounds, and the point will go to Stone. Stone won set 1, 32-30. They won set 2, 25-23. Livingston won set 3, 25-19. Amy Anderson trying to tie this one up on her serve right here. Anderson, off serve this time to Carwile. Webb sets Mosley close to the net. Dug there by Born-Grebe. Johns will set McDonald, and she'll hammer it down. Haley McDonald finding the open floor for the kill for the Lady Panthers to tie at 11 apiece. Stone has tied it up. Momentum swinging toward them here in set 4. Anderson trying to give them the lead. Carwile. The Webb right at the net. She'll tap it across. McDonald is there. Webb will dig Hedrick. Garrett going to set Mosley, who will be able to hit that one and hit it down for the Lady Wildcats. J.C. Garrett able to set Hallie Mosley for the kill for Livingston Academy, and they put the Lady Wildcats back in front by 1, 12-11. Moffitt to serve here for Livingston. Didn't he? The jump serve, back row, that's off of Wilson and out of bounds for the point for Livingston Academy. Moffitt with the good serve there for the Lady Wildcats to move Livingston in front by 2, 13-11. Sydney to serve once again. Moffitt trying to extend the lead. That one just gets across. McDonald dives to save it. Wilson now to Sloan. Sloan to Garrett. Now Webb. Webb sets Jenkins. That one's blocked. Jenkins will tap it back across to Born-Grebe. Johns to Hedrick. Hedrick taps it right to Mosley. Webb will set Jenkins swinging away. Born-Grebe with the dig. Diving effort. Hedrick will tap it across to Carwile. Mosley swinging away will hit it out of bounds. I'll tell you who made that happen. Sophia Johns for Stone Memorial. Wouldn't quit on that one. Got the save, and Stone got the point to cut it back to 1 at 13-12. Addison Bennett trying to tie this one at 13. Back row Garrett. Now to Webb. Bump set to Mosley. Mosley off the block. Tapped right back up to Mosley. She'll tap it down off Growth. Sloan now to McDonald. Back row, they'll go to Carwile. Webb sets in the middle. Jenkins hitting it well. Hitting it in. That is in. As the line judge raised the flag just a little bit. That's enough to get the Stone Memorial crowd upset. Then he changed the call. I think it caught the line. The top official doesn't change it. Sophia Johns coming to talk to him about it. She's the captain for Stone. Kinley Webb, the captain for Livingston. He did start to raise the flag, but then dropped it back down for the point for Livingston Academy, and they move back in front by 2, 14-12. Webb, back row to Bennett. John sets Growth. Dug by Moffitt. Webb. Set Carwile in the back row. She'll tap it across to Born-Grebe. John's going to set McDonald on the outside. She's blocked. Tapped over, though, by Born-Grebe as they keep it alive. Moffitt sets Copeland. She's dug by Sloan. Johns to McDonald. Dug in the back row. Moffitt. Webb going to try to push it back row, but Johns is there. Bennett to McDonald. Dug one-handed by Webb. Right back to McDonald. Johns in the middle. Groth. Groth this time. Webb can't dig it. Lucy Groth with the kill for Stone. Able to get the finish there and cut the lead down to 1 at 14-13. Born-Grebe to serve for the Lady Panthers. Coach Perminer out talking to the line judge there as Born-Grebe goes back row to Moffitt. Webb going to set Mosley. Mosley going to be blocked, but blocked out of bounds. Halley just crushing it off of Lucy Groth for the point for Livingston Academy to move them back in front by 2, 15-13. Mosley and Carwile going to sit down. Dishman and Daly will come back in. Matea to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Daly to Bennett. Johns. Set Gross. She'll tap it over the block, but Copeland is there, but she'll play it out of bounds. Diving effort by Cora Copeland, but couldn't keep it in bounds, and the point will go to Stone with McDonald with a chance to tie it at 15 on this serve. McDonald, the back row, Daly. Now to Webb. Webb sets Moffitt, hitting from the back row and down. Sydney Moffitt. She can hit it well from the back row and did so right there to get a big point for Livingston Academy to move them back out by 2 at 16-14. Livingston would love to get on a little bit of a run here. Try to get a little separation here in set 4. Jenkins serving for the Lady Wildcats. Born-Grebe. Johns. That's Anderson outside. That's popped up in the air and down off the block of Hughes and Copeland. Amy Anderson with a good hit there for StoneMemoral as Hedrick and Houston come back in for the Lady Panthers. Bennett and Groth going to sit down. Houston to serve. Seems like whenever they need some points on a serve, Alyssa Houston is stepping out into the service box, and she'll serve here. But she takes that one in the net. Service error there by Stone. We'll give the point back to Livingston. We'll give the serve back to Livingston as Houston going to sit down. Karis Wilson will come in replacing her. Garrett. Serve with Lady Wildcats. JC with the jump serve. Played by Born-Grebe. Johns. Good pass to Hedrick. Dug by Garrett, though. Webb. That's Dishman off the block. But Bennett is there. No, that's Wilson. Tapped down by Hughes, but Johns with the dig. Anderson taps it across. Garrett with the save. Now Dishman will play it across to Wilson. Johns going to set Anderson outside. She'll hit it long. Amy Anderson with the miss there for StoneMemoral. And the point will go to Livingston Academy to move them out by 3, 18-15 here in set 4. Stone leading 2-1. The game is the best 3 out of 5. Garrett. Back row Sloan. Johns. That's Hedrick. Taps over the block. Daly is there. Webb will set Dishman. Dishman will put it down. Laney Dishman. Yes, sir-ree. The kill for the Lady Wildcats senior to finish that one and put Livingston in front by 4, 19-15. Garrett to serve for the Lady Wildcats. JC. The jump serve. Tough on Wilson, but she's able to play it to Johns. Hedrick, free ball from Moffitt. Webb going back to Dishman. Laney cranks. Laney kills for the Lady Wildcats. Dishman with another kill for Livingston Academy. And the Lady Wildcats move out by 5, now 20-15. Garrett to serve again for Livingston Academy. JC. Jump serve, doesn't get across. Tough break there for the Lady Wildcats. Stone will get the serve after seeing that error cut the lead to 4 at 20-16. Sophia John stepping out to serve. Now for the Lady Panthers. Johns. Back row to Garrett. That's right, the net. That's over the net, and it stays on the Stone side. Anderson can't finish it. Garrett gets the break on the pass. She knows she got a break as she stands there with her head in her hands, kind of saying, thank you very much for helping me finish that one, as Anderson can't finish it, but Livingston gets the point, and they get the serve from Allie Carwile. Carwile just across the net to Born-Grevy. Johns, that's Anderson. Anderson dug back row by Moffitt. Webb, that Mosley swinging away. That's off the block, but Wilson with the dig. John sets Anderson. Moffitt can't get to that one. Good placement right there by Amy Anderson as she cut that one to the left of Sydney Moffitt. Moffitt couldn't reach and get to it, and the point going to go to Stone as they cut it to 4 now at 21-17. Anderson trying to get them closer on her serve here. Anderson goes middle of the floor. Garrett. Carwile will save that pass. Moffitt will play it across. Wilson diving to get to it. John sets McDonald. McDonald blocked by Hughes. Wilson is there. Johns now to Hedrick. Blocked again by Hughes. Hedrick will pop it up to Johns. Free ball here is Born-Grevy. Goes to Garrett. Webb. Now to Carwile. Carwile hitting from the back row. That's off of Johns and down for the point for Livingston Academy off of Mally Carwile. But the Lady Wildcats extend the lead to 5 at 22-17. Moffitt trying to keep it rolling here for Livingston Academy. Sydney with the jump serve. Tough serve. Sloan will have it saved by Wilson. Played across by Johns. Carwile now to Webb. Webb in the middle, Jenkins. Jenkins hits it in. Chloe Jenkins. Oh, no, they say out. Oh, I thought that was in. Again, sometimes I don't see as well as I did several years ago, and that cuts it back to 4 at 22-18 with Addison Bennett to serve for StoneMemoral. Bennett. Garrett will save it to Webb. Webb sets Jenkins. Jenkins off the block and down. Jenkins off the block of Sydney Groth. As Garrett able to save that one quickly to Webb, and Webb, that presence of that setter. We talked about Sophia Johns. Let me tell you, Kinley Webb is the straw that stirs the drink for this Livingston Academy volleyball team, as that set from, or that pass from Garrett coming at her hot, and Kinley able to settle it down and get the set. Now Sloan passes to Johns, taps it across and down. Sophia Johns able to tap that one down for the point to cut it to 4 at 23-19. Born-Grevy trying to get them closer. Livingston points away from forcing a deciding game 5 or set 5. Webb sets Jenkins. Jenkins dug by Born-Grevy. Johns will set Groth. Carwile will dig Groth. Webb. That's Copeland. Copeland off of McDonald and down to set up set point for the Lady Wildcats, 24-19. Dishman and Daly coming back in for Livingston. Mosley and Carwile going to sit down. Daly to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Daly trying to close this one out. The senior. A high toss. Back row, Bennett. Johns. The set Groth. Groth has that one dug by Daly, one-handed. Moffitt. Now to Webb. Webb takes it across. Born-Grevy. Johns. That's McDonald. Dishman is there for Livingston. Webb going to set Dishman. Can Laney finish it? Yes, she can. Dishman with the kill to force a decisive game 5. Set 5 as Livingston wins set 4, 25-19. So we're tied at 2. The 5th set will be the best of 15, as we'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. The Muscle Factory, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Willow Grove Marina, Lucky Red Stables, Wascon Incorporated, Maynard Auto Sales, R&M Family Pharmacy, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Overton County News, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Livingston Dairy Queen, Bullseye Security, Livingston Regional Hospital, First Church of Livingston, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Gary's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture, Milton Rains and Family, People's Bank and Trust Company, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Miss Septic Service, State Farm Insurance, Phil Marshall, compliments of a Wildcat fan, 1806 Barbecue, Puckett's Family Dentistry, and Livingston Rental Center, our sponsors here on Overton Events. If you appreciate us being able to bring these games to you, go out and support our sponsors. They're who make it possible for us to bring these games to you. Without them, we wouldn't be able to. So go support our sponsors. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help us grow our channel. If you're watching us on Facebook, give us a follow, give us a like, share the videos on Facebook if you can, and help us grow our channel as we've got a great one working here tonight between Livingston Academy and StoneMemoral as we move to set 5. This one is to 15. As the winner of this, next 15 points, the way these two have been playing, it may take more than that, come out of the Livingston Academy gym in first place in the district here tonight. As Livingston Academy, with their backs to the wall, the Lady Wildcats have answered in back-to-back games as Stone won set 1, 32-30. They won set 2, 25-23. Livingston won set 3, 25-19. They won set 4, 25-19. And now we begin set 5. Happy to have you with us here on Overton Events, a classic here tonight in regular season volleyball in the Livingston Academy gym. Mackenzie Born-Grebe, the serve for the Lady Panthers to get this one started. Grebe waiting for the signal from the ref. Here, ready to get this one underway. Happy to have you with us here on Overton Events. Born-Grebe goes back row to Garrett. Way in the middle, Jenkins swinging away and down. Oh, no, they'll call it out. I don't know. Nobody argues but me, so it must have been out as Born-Grebe to serve once again. Back row, Garrett. Webb with a bump set. Moffitt from the back row couldn't hit that one. Johns is there for Stone. Stone now to McDonald. She'll push it back row to Carwile. Webb. That's Moffitt. She will hit this one, and she'll hit it out. Missed on the far side, and the point going to go to Stone. And what have we got? We've got a touch called on Stone. The touch on StoneMemoral will give the point to Livingston Academy. The Lady Wildcats on the call of a touch will see the game tied up at 1 apiece. As Webb to serve now for Livingston Academy. They're going to call the officials together as Sophia Johns asking the top official get together with the line judges, check the call. Couldn't tell you if there was a touch or not. Johns is not happy. Coach Perminer is not happy. Coach Jenkins is. As Webb will serve now for Livingston Academy. It's 1-1 here in set 5. Kinley with the jump serve. Back row, Born-Grebe. Johns will set McDonald, hitting from the other side. She's dug back row by Carwile. Moffitt going to set Copeland. She's blocked. Copeland able to tap it across though to Johns. Sloan now to McDonald, and she'll tap it off the block, but saved by Jenkins. Then Carwile with a big-time dig in the back row. Moffitt will play it across. Born-Grebe to Johns. Johns to Groth, and that one is in. Caught the line. Did Lucy Groth on the kill for StoneMemoral, and the point going to go to the Lady Panthers to move them in front 2-1. There'll be a lot of people watching the video tonight to check on these calls. As McDonald will go back row to Moffitt. Webb tried to hit Mosley. Mosley will have to tap it across, but Anderson is there. Johns to Groth. Dug by Webb. Carwile now to Copeland. She'll tap back row to Bennett. Johns. That's Anderson outside. Dug by Webb. Jenkins going to set Mosley, and they'll call the catch on Chloe Jenkins. Webb, a little self-preservation on the dig right there with her shoulder to get the dig on the hard hit ball by Amy Anderson. Then the catch on Jenkins going to put Stone in front 3-1. McDonald, the back row, Moffitt to Webb. Mosley off the block. Groth can't save it. Hallie Mosley with the big-time hit for Livingston Academy. Will cut the lead down to 1 at 3-2. Dishman and Daly coming back in for the Lady Wildcats. As Daly stepping out to serve for Livingston. Matea trying to tie it on this serve. Back row, Bennett. Johns. That's Anderson hitting from out of bounds. She's dug by Daly. Way up. Now to Copeland to tap it across. Free ball for Born Greeby. Johns. That's Growth. Growth taps it back row to Daly. Way up. That's too far for Dishman to get to. Way up doesn't miss many, but that pass there just too wide for Dishman to get to, and the point going to go to Stone Memorial. Alyssa Houston coming back in to serve for the Lady Panthers as they lead it 4-2 here in set 5. Houston trying to extend that lead. Houston, back row to Moffitt. Right at the net. Webb will tap it over. Johns will play it to Hedrick, and Hedrick will hit it out of bounds. That one wide there off the hit by Courtney Hedrick, and the point going to go to Livingston Academy to cut it back to 1 at 4-3. Wilson coming back in for Stone. She'll replace Houston. Jenkins stepping out to serve for the Lady Wildcats. Chloe. Back row to Sloan. Johns. That's Anderson. Anderson is blocked, but blocked out of bounds. Amy Anderson, so many times tonight, she's hit it off that block of Copeland and Hughes out of bounds, and the point will go to Stone as they move in front 5-3. Johns serving once again. Back row to Webb. Moffitt with the bump set to Dishman. Laney dug by Sloan. Johns going to set Anderson. Blocked this time, blocked out of bounds again. Amy Anderson, very effective on that play to use that block to hit it out of bounds, and the point to Stone will move them in front by 3, 6-3. Can't get a lot of separation early because remember, set 5 goes only to 15. Daly to Webb. Back set Dishman swinging away. Dug though by Stone. Anderson played it to Born Greeby. Moffitt now to Webb. Back set Copeland. That one's blocked and down as Anderson with the block for Stone. Amy Anderson with the block, and Livingston Academy wants the timeout. Stone has moved in front by 4, 7-3 here in set 5. We'll take it with them. Back to Livingston right after this.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
The Stone lead is 4, 7-3 here in set 5. Stone won the first 2. Livingston came roaring back to win the next 2. Now Stone has gotten a little separation as they lead 7-3 here in set 5. Via Johns to serve. Johns in the back row, Webb to Moffitt. Bump set to Dishman. Laney swinging away but misses long. And it's touched though by Stone Memorial. Touch on the Lady Panthers as Dishman plays it off the block to get the point for the Lady Wildcats and cut the lead back to 3 at 7-4 with J.C. Garrett stepping out to serve now for Livingston. Garrett goes back row to Sloan. Johns. That's Anderson outside. That one's blocked, but Hedrick is there. That's right at the top of the net, and Johns will win that battle. Sophia Johns able to tap it down for the point for Stone and move them back in front by 4, 8-4. Amy Anderson stepping out to serve. 4-point Stone lead. Anderson in the back row to Daly. Webb to set Dishman. Laney will hit that one off the block and down. Dishman using the block of Hedrick much the way that Anderson has been using the Livingston block. Will get the point for the Lady Wildcats and get the serve for Mally Carwile. Livingston needs to string together some points here on the serve of the junior as Carwile play this one to McDonald. John's going to set Hedrick curling around. She hit it in the net. couldn't get together on that pass. It might have been a little behind Hedrick from Sophia Johns. And the point will go to Livingston. Carlisle to serve again. 8-6 matchup. Carlisle. Back row to McDonald. Johns goes back to McDonald. Dug by Moffitt. Webb to Mosley. Alley will tap it over the block, but Bennett is there. Now McDonald, that's off the block, but Garrett is there. Webb sets Mosley, taps over the block. Dug, good effort there by Born-Grebe. Moffitt there for Livingston. Webb with the bump pass to Hughes. Hughes dug by Sloan in the back row. Johns to McDonald, dug by Moffitt. That one's still alive as Webb will pass it to Mosley, who'll hit it back row to Johns. Hedrick going to set McDonald. She's dug back row by Moffitt. Webb in the middle to Hughes. Hughes has it played by Wilson. Johns now to Hedrick. Mosley with the diving effort. Hughes will tap it up and Webb will tap it across. Johns to Hedrick. Hedrick in the back row to Carlisle. Webb going to set Mosley. She'll push it back row. Wilson is there. Johns outside McDonald. Dug by Carlisle. Webb in the middle. Mosley will take the hit, but it goes off the net and kicks back to the Livingston side for the point for Stone Memorial. Stone back in front by 3, 9-6. Here in set 5. Bennett coming back in. Bennett and Wilson still even in set 5. They confuse me a little bit, but Bennett to serve here for the Lady Panthers. Nine, 6 Stone. Garrett to Webb. Webb going to set Mosley. Mosley has it go off the top of the net to McDonald. Johns back to McDonald. That's off the top of the net to Growth. They'll say it was touched as Moffitt will tap it across to Bennett. Johns shoots set to Growth. Dug by Webb. Jenkins will tap it over. Growth will save it. That's Hughes. Hughes will tap it down for the Lady Wildcats, sticking with it. Battling Lucy Growth there at the net. And the point will go to Livingston, and the serve will go to Livingston. Sydney Moffitt to serve with Lady Wildcats. Livingston's cut it to 2 at 9-7 with the serve. Moffitt trying to get Livingston closer. Bennett will pop it straight up to Johns. McDonald dug in the back row by Carlisle. Got to watch where it lands. Moffitt will save it. Carlisle will take it across. Sloan now to Growth. Tapped over by Johns. Garrett now to Webb. Webb in the middle. Jenkins off the block. Bennett is there. Johns in the middle. Growth behind her. She'll hit it in the back corner and in for the point for Stone Memorial to put them in front by 3, 10-7, and to get the serve for Mackenzie Born-Grebe. 3-point Stone lead here in set 5. Decisive set 5 here in this matchup. Born-Grebe has the serve played by Mosley. Webb back to Mosley, and she'll pound it off the block of Growth for the point for Livingston Academy. Garrett going to sit down. Copeland will come in replacing her. Kinley Webb going to step out to serve for the Lady Wildcats as they cut it to 2 at 10-8. Webb trying to cut into this 2-point lead. Kinley jump serve. Back row Bennett to Johns. Growth has it played by Mosley. Webb back set to Copeland off the block and down. Cora Copeland, big time hit when she needed one. The sophomore got the finish, and the Lady Cats have cut it to 1 at 10-9. Webb with a chance to tie it here with the serve from the senior. Kinley with the jump serve. Back row Bennett. Johns. Nothing much they can do. McDonald can do something with it. Haley McDonald hitting from the 10-foot line, able to get that one down for the point and put Stone in front by 2 again, 11-9. McDonald will serve here. The game is to 15 in the 5th set. McDonald, back row Moffitt. Webb, back set Copeland. Copeland has it off the block and out of bounds for the point for Livingston. Copeland hitting off the block of Anderson that time, as Anderson's been able to do that to the Livingston blockers some, but Copeland returns the favor there, and it cuts the lead to 1 at 11-10. Daly trying to tie it up on the serve. Matea, the back row to Born-Grebe. Johns to Groth, and she'll tap it down. Lucy Groth finds the open spot in the middle of the floor to drop it down for the point for the Lady Panthers and move them in front by 2, 12-10. Alyssa Houston coming back into serve. Well, it's been fun tonight between these two. You'd have to think they'll meet at least one more time in the tournament, the district tournament, possibly in the region, possibly even further. Moffitt now to Webb. Webb to Dishman. Laney swinging away. Dug by Houston. Johns will set Hedrick. Taps it over, but Copeland is there. Moffitt. Now Dishman will save it across. Sloan now to Johns. Johns outside Anderson. Dug by Daly, but dug out of bounds. Point will go to Stone as they move in front 13-10, and Coach Christy Jenkins wants the timeout. Stone is 2 points away from the win. We'll take it with them. Back to Livingston Academy right after this.
Hello, friends. Are you in the market for a new mattress or bedroom suit? Puckett's Furniture is your Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Posturepedic mattress dealer. Take advantage of Puckett's low price guarantee, plus up to 80% off of our Jameson solid latex mattress sets, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket. Queen mattress.
The Stone lead is 3, 13-10 from here at Livingston Academy. The Lady Wildcats have battled their way back into this decisive Game 5, but they need a stop here to avoid Stone setting up a game serve. They're 2 points away as Stone, as Houston serving here for the Lady Panthers. Back row Moffitt. Webb to Dishman. Free ball for Stone. Born-Grebe to Johns. Johns outside Anderson. And Anderson hits it down for the kill. Went off the top of the net for Amy Anderson to set up game point for Stone. They try to close it out here, leading 14-10. Houston to serve here for the Lady Panthers. Houston, back row to Webb. Moffitt to Copeland. Copeland taps it over. That was John. It was Houston. Moffitt now to Webb. Webb outside Dishman. Dishman will be dug there by Anderson. Johns back to Anderson, and Anderson just finds the open spot, and Stone wins set 5, 15-10 to win this 3-2. Stone gets the win 3-2 as they win set 1, 32-30. They win set 2, 25-23. Livingston wins set 3, 25-19. They win set 4, 25-19 to the Lady Wildcats. And Stone comes back and wins set 5, 15-10 to get the win and to go to 6-1 in the district. With the loss, Livingston drops to 4-2 in district play. That's going to wrap it up from here tonight. Thank you to our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from Livingston Academy.